Goddamn, guys. Goddamn.
Oh man. Oh man. What is going on, everybody? What is going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Thank you guys, as always, for joining us for another edition of Unscripted. Man, this is episode 312. And we got a lot to go over here today. We have Grand Slam Mexico. We we have SmackDown, and we have Monday Night Raw, man. So how's everybody doing? Thank you guys for joining us as always for your Monday edition of Unscripted. You all right, man? You keep making me
All right,
laugh.
man. Yeah, baby. Sometimes, you're just, your head just feels like it went through a wall, man. And, but I'm doing good, man. I'm doing great.
Really, really. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, um, this is your first time watching, guys. Do not know, and you guys do not know how the show.
Well, laugh.
Oh my god, dude. If this is your first time watching, you guys do not know the show works. Every Monday we are on here after Monday Night Raw with Unscripted, and every Friday we are on here at 3 p.m. Central with the news. And for the pay-per-views for both WWE and AEW, we are live directly after the show goes off the air with the official post-show review. Speaking of which, give me about 2 seconds because I think these lights are way too bright.
Just brightish in your face.
So, okay, now those feel too dim. What's going on? Maybe that. I feel like maybe that's the way to go here. Okay, all right. I apologize. I have I was without. The power was skippy last night, but I was without Wi-Fi until like 4:30 in the morning last night. So usually when it does that, it resets my lights. So my lights go back to like the brightest setting. So I had to turn them back down and adjust them, but I couldn't fucking remember what I had them at because I just got so used to what they were just normally at. But I think we're
No, your power was doing that too, bro. Mine was doing that too for some reason.
yeah, it was weird. We had those storms, and it was like every it was like it was off for like 4 hours during the day.
Oh,
And it came back on at like 9, went back off at 11:30, and then I'm sorry, went off at 9, came back on at 11:30, but the Wi-Fi wasn't back on. It didn't come on until like 4:30 in the morning. And I know because I was sitting here fucking sitting at my desk watching fucking Spider-Man Homecoming, and I was trying to play my PlayStation, but the online play was disabled, even though I already disabled it, or I already enabled it before. I guess it disabled itself again, so I couldn't fucking play anything.
hmm.
And I literally got up to just go to bed, and I was just like, oh shit, I noticed my little Wi-Fi box here was green. I was like, oh, okay. It was dope. So I got to stay up for like another hour or so and get more shadows in, but nonetheless, yeah, so that's why my lights reset. Long story short. How's everybody doing, man? How's everybody doing? If you guys did miss this past Friday's edition of the news, you guys can now watch that on all platforms, at Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, join us right here live every single Friday at 3 p.m. Central for the news, man. Also, if you have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official NHP merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bonfire.com. Links at the top of the description of this very video, man, where you can find the Slept On Since 2020 design, as well as all the other OG designs live on there as we speak. Again, that is bonfire.com. Links at the top of the description of this very video, man. Also, if this is your first time watching and you do not know who we are here at Notorious Heels, I am Johnny, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got none other than my guy, Sir K here. Sir K, go ahead and let the people know what it is you are smiling about this evening.
Man, might have to keep that a great mystery of, why I'm smiling, man. But overall, man, I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Just been chilling out, man. Just been chilling out. Was pretty normal weekend, man. My power was flickering too. It was so weird because it was so like random and it never like flickers as much as it did yesterday. Like it was so random, man. It really was. But other than that, man, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Just been chilling out, man. Been excited to start Assassin's Creed Shadows soon, so very excited for that. Did complete Spider-Man 2 and my replay of it, and very fun game, man. I wish they added all the new suits into the first one because I would really like to play the first one with the new suits too, man.
I've been
But
thinking about it.
overall, I've been thinking about it too, man. But I don't think they've like added any of like Tom's new suits to the first one, man, which kind of
Hmm.
sucks, man.
Yeah.
It's really what I want. At least I don't think so, man. But other than that, man, I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Just been chilling out, man. Just been chilling out. Like Durante always asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. Family's good. How is everybody doing in the live chat? What we're doing watching the replay. What about you, bro? How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Honestly, just chilling. Honestly, just chilling, bro. Yeah, nothing too much, man. Nothing too much. Just ready to um get talking here about some good old weekly wrestling, man, if you believe it or not. But no, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. There is um God. Yeah, that
Not much
yeah.
going on
Yeah,
that I could
no,
think of,
no,
bro.
yeah, no.
Maybe there's been new set pictures of Fallout Season 3, so that looks fun. It's
Really?
looking good. They got some stuff there. Seems like a part of it's going to be in Utah, which is very fun. And looking good so far, man. From everything, every time we get a set leak, it looks really good.
Hmm. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, actually, okay, yeah. I went to check Sham's Instagram to see if there was this trade I seen. I was trying to make sure it wasn't fake. So I'm coming here now, I'm checking, and it was fake. So
Oh,
I was gonna mention that, but I was like, oh shit, I forgot to check to see if that was real or not. Turns out it is not. So yeah, man.
damn.
Uh yeah, doing good, man. Doing good. I did some digging. I did some
Okay.
digging, and I found out how much our all out tickets are going to be.
Okay. Bet.
Um, the ticket
I'm trying to do
prices.
some. Never
Trying to do some what? Go ahead.
mind. No, no,
No,
no,
go ahead,
no. We're
please.
gonna
I
talk about
insist.
the
Everybody wants to see. Everybody wants to hear.
yeah, I'm trying to find out the price of these tickets, man. Let's
Well,
hear it.
okay. All right. Well, um, I found out the price of our tickets. Our tickets for AEW All Out.
Okay.
Their 200 section, which is the upper section, but to be honest, is not
It's
really it's a
nothing.
pretty small arena. It's not really a bad seat in the house.
Exactly.
They are anywhere from $67 to $88. So with that, I did the calculations for the ones that are 88. If you do the ones that are 88, then with the ticket insurance and with the fees, I think it comes out to like $102 per person. So with the $67 ones, it's probably going to be like $80 a person. So it all depends what they look like as we get closer, but that's the price ranges we're looking at. So I did that. That is that's that. Yeah, honestly, man, just been playing Shadows and whatnot, so really been enjoying that. And yeah, that's I appreciate how long the game is, man. If there's nothing more I can't stand is when a game feels too short. You know what I mean? I definitely like me a long game here and there. Now, not every game has to be like that. Once in a while, if
No.
you throw a Resident Evil in there or something that's just like a 13 hours, but it's real rich in story, I can do that. But there's nothing more I hate than when you get a game and it's like you pay full price and it's like 7 hours long. Like, brother,
Oh yeah.
please.
There's nothing worse than that, man. I'm excited for Shadows, man. And I'm pumped for it, man. I know I love a good long game overall, man. So I'm excited to see it. I'm excited to try it out.
100%. Do you already have it downloaded?
Oh yeah, I've been have it downloaded. I
Have,
was literally gonna play it next, and then we watched Spider Man, and I had such a Spider Man itch. I had to scratch it.
yeah, dude. No, I definitely understand. Definitely understand. Um, before we get on to everything, just gotta mention anybody who isn't aware. Anybody who isn't aware, Friday at 3 p.m. Central, if you could make it, it would be very appreciated. Um, we are coming on here to discuss the future of NHP, no matter what that may look like. I want to reiterate again. I know I sound very sad. It's a lot to deal with, but NHP is not dying. I promise you. A lot of things are going to have to change about the podcast. A lot of things are going to have to change about the podcast. And again, if I could say one thing, it will be worked out. It's not dying. It will
Hmm.
be worked out. If there's something that we can get to make work, I can almost guarantee it would be this fucking podcast 9 times out of 10. So it's not dying, but there is a bit of a rough conversation we have to have with you guys, and that's going to be on Friday. um so if you can, it would be very appreciated for you guys to be there. If not, it's cool, you catch us on the replay. I'm gonna put it up on all platforms. Still kind of debating if it's going to be a traditional news week or not, or if we're just going to kind of come on here and talk about it. Me and Sir K kind of discuss. It's probably going to have to be something later in the week, how we feel about it. Um,
Hmm.
we'll kind of see what kind of episode this is going to turn out to be the closer we get to the date. But yes, Friday again. We definitely got to have a conversation on episode 332, I think it is, or 331, whatever. The Friday's episode of the news. We will have to have a bit of a conversation with you guys, man. So, yeah, just for you guys on Friday. So, yes, it would definitely mean a lot for you guys to pull up.
Definitely mean a lot, man. Like you said, man, our tone is is very sad, but nothing's ending, man. Evolution, is a mystery, but we're not going extinct, man. And that's what we're going to be discussing on Friday.
100%. 100%. So, all right. All right. AEW Grand Slam Mexico.
Bro, before we get in AEW, man, they've been
Oh,
doing that ALS bucket challenge, dude.
yeah.
Fucking Justin Roberts nominated Excalibur. I can't wait to get that video, bro.
He did?
And he nominated him so soon. We will get a video probably this week of Excalibur in the sock. I know he's gonna be wearing the sock, getting fucking ice bucket dumped on his head, bro. I can't wait.
Okay, I gotta make sure. All right. I've already followed Excalibur on Instagram. I am gonna be fucking. Hold on.
Yep.
Let me fucking turn his notifications on.
Turn his notifications on, dude. I have to see that video.
Oh shit!
Oh, it's cold.
It's so fucking cold.
Cold.
All right, hold on. Let me get him on Twitter too.
Because I saw Justin Roberts do it, and I was like, you know what? If anyone's gonna fucking, nominate him, I thought it would have been Shivani, but maybe it's him. And that was one of the people he named. It's fucking Excalibur, so let's go.
Well, Excalibur, if he doesn't get it done, he's probably too busy fighting. He's probably too busy fucking fighting Jimmy Havoc at Tony Khan's birthday party.
I'm gonna fucking fight you.
I'm gonna put you in a headlock, Casadora.
The fuck out of my face. Yeah, dude, I would pay
Okay.
so much money to see that fight.
Okay, I got him. I got them both on. All right,
Yeah.
I got him. All right, sorry, I had to follow Excalibur because I need this. I can't believe I actually
need
didn't
that
follow Excalibur, but he does he post much? Yeah, he just posted something in June. All right, so he posts like monthly, I guess.
Monthly. Okay. What's
Look at
what's
this.
the caption say? You got to read in his voice.
Well, that one's in Spanish. Well, that would actually
Ah,
fit because
shit.
he opened Grand Slam Mexico. Okay, here we go. That caption is long as fuck. Okay.
Oh,
The many splendors of Ontario, Canada. Until next time. And it's a bunch of food.
may I get a
Mike's on, and we're off with the races with AEW Summer Blockbuster. A 4-hour,
Dr. Pepper, please.
a 4-hour spectacular, a 4 hour. Does he mean a 4-hour spectacle? A 4-hour spectacular.
Spectacular.
A 4-hour spectacular with the stars of AEW. I'm reading that. I'm like, did I read that right?
Spectacular.
Oh,
Bro can't help himself. Not even on the IG captions. That's so goated.
this guy's the fucking best. Gotta love Excalibur, bro. But anyways,
No, you really do.
Yes, we're gonna be talking about Grand Slam Mexico. We have manager Logan here. Manager Logan,
How you doing, bro?
I was just telling Sir K. I don't know if you just arrived or if you heard me, but I have Wait, is that trade real? Oh no, this is okay. All right. Oh,
It's probably a bunch of
that's
accounts
that's
posting the same thing.
that no, somebody has a shams version of Wessel votes. I was gonna say, wait, what?
Oh, that's hilarious.
But I literally keep seeing it everywhere. All right, never mind. Manager Logan, I have done some scouting for our all out tickets. It is going to be anywhere from like I would probably say anywhere from $80 to $102 per person, and that's fees included. I've literally done all the math.
That is hilarious, bro.
So yes, that is the final prices. I'll have to tell Gotti when he gets here. But
The full package for a modern Call of Duty game costs like fucking 1/3 more than AEW tickets. That shit is hilarious.
For real though. For real. We got, let's see. We got Grand Slam Mexico.
Let's go.
So, well, I was telling Sir K, the ones I was looking at were $88. And that was the ticket. That was the base for the ticket. And if you count all the fees and everything included, it came out to 102. Actually, God damn it. It may be. Wait. No, I think I added that too. Yes, okay, I did add it with the. I was gonna. I couldn't remember if I added the fucking ticket insurance or not. I did. Okay, yes, it's 102 if we get the $88 tickets. If we get the $67 tickets, that joint's probably gonna be like $85, and that's fees included, everything. But Manager Logan, bro, I sent Manager Logan a TikTok video of Rickabenny's.
Okay.
I was supposed to gatekeep the spot. I'm a little pissed off. I just fucking said it, but we're gonna smooth past it like I didn't fucking say anything. Oh, sorry. I showed him the mystery spot that I'm not gonna say here, and
not a mystery anymore.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
You said it. I didn't say it.
Oh, time out. I forgot to mention on the podcast, your boy has finally tried Jack in the Box.
Oh, you did.
I have finally tried Jack in the Box, and I gotta say, I am never fucking listening to anybody again. All I fucking heard was how Jack in the Box was hot ass, and that shit was fucking fire. I cannot lie, bro. That shit was fire, dog. It was so good. I got me one of them crispy chicken wraps, and I got their like bacon smash burger. I also tried their like tacos. They're like 2 tacos for like a $1.70. For $1.70 taco, you know, it wasn't premium or anything like that. It wasn't a great taco, but for a fucking $1, pretty good, I must say.
Shit, I'm down, man. You know I'm down.
What are you talking about, bro? We're down for what?
For Jack in the Box to
Oh,
try it. I
I'm
ain't
sorry.
tried it yet,
Sorry.
you know? We
Um,
love tacos, man.
okay. I don't know what he's talking about, but nonetheless, I did send Logan the mystery spot, and he said it looks really good, man. He said it looks really good, so I'm excited for him to try
Mystery
it, man.
spot.
Yeah, yeah,
You keep
definitely.
saying the mystery spot, man. I don't know if it's a mystery anymore.
No, it's a mystery,
Spill
bro.
the beans.
It's a mystery, dog. Nobody knows this spot.
Way
Uh,
back to a minute and a half ago.
oh, sorry. Hopefully they catch that part. um, but now we just gotta wait to tell Mr. Walking Down and cut they shiz off. I texted Mr. Walking Down and
Exactly,
cut
bro.
they shiz off. He didn't respond back to me with the with his inquiries. So we're
My
gonna
bad.
catch Mr. Walking Down and cut they shiz off in the chat. But yes, all out tickets. Telling you, bruh, looking good, man. Looking good.
I'm
Honestly,
down.
too,
I'm excited.
even some of the resale tickets that were like 100 section weren't even that bad. They were maybe like 170, I would say.
That's not even bad.
Yeah.
That's really not even bad.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Nah, not terrible at all, actually. But nonetheless, yes. Yeah, it definitely, yeah, it definitely get all over you. You know what I mean?
Should I feel that, Logan? You know?
What's getting all over you, man?
Yeah, okay.
What are you
I'm
talking
talking
about?
about, I'm
You ain't
alluding to
talking
the
about
fact
no
that I
food.
have a beard, but I don't have a beard. And whatever you're thinking I said, I did not say. That was not the joke that I intended.
You got a
You're
little
twisting my words.
you got a little shadow there. You know what I mean?
A little something. A little something.
Yeah. Nonetheless, all right, man. AEW Grand Slam Mexico. The show opened up with the Death
The goat.
Riders. Well, oh, dude, if it opened, it opened up, and I knew I was in for one because the show opened up with fucking Excalibur speaking in Spanish for the show intro.
Hola. Hola. Goated, dude.
Hola!
He's too.
Bro. Oh,
I don't know if he said fucking hola or fucking Allah in the fucking start of the show, man. But either way, we knew we were in for a good show with that one, bro.
I definitely did. I definitely did. Um, so Copeland came out, damn near crying. Excalibur said this was a bucket list item for Cope. Um, Tony Schiavone also was just so fucking ridiculously happy on commentary. He's like,
Whoa.
Copeland's wanted to be here his whole career.
Okay, all right, Tony. You can,
This
you calm
motherfucker
down, man.
This motherfucker's out here talking like Rex from Toy Story, bro. What's he doing?
He does talk like a Rex
He's
from
waiting
Toy
to do this his
Story.
whole career. Oh my god, Cope!
Did I scare you? Buzz. He does
Andy!
sound like that, bro. Now that you say
Andy
it.
was gonna throw us away.
He does sound like a Rex from Toy Story. It's actually too good.
Andy was supposed to put us in the attic. He was gonna throw us
He's supposed
away.
to put in the attic. He's giving us away.
He's sending us to
does,
sunny
it's
side.
goated.
Oh my god, bro. Shivani.
Oh man.
Oh. Dude. Oh brother. All right. Copeland comes out to a massive ovation. He looked like he was about to cry. He came out there, did his whole thing. You know, he's jumping around the ring, screaming like an idiot. And then the Death Riders came out. Bro, one of the hardest entrances in Arena Mexico. Dude, them coming out from the tunnel, but they had that like cage above them. Bro, oh man, that was fucking tough. That was so tough. One of the, Death Rider entrances at this point, I feel like most people, are maybe pretty numb to their badass entrances because they kind of do them a lot. This one was definitely a cool one, man. The Arena Mexico Death Rider entrance was sick.
Oh, most definitely. Shit was super sick, man. Just I love when arenas have like that like narrower tunnel. I think it's the coolest thing ever.
I wonder why that cage is there. Like, did they have problems of like wrestlers coming out of there and like fans trying to jump on them or something?
Maybe you
I
never
wonder.
know, man. Especially in like places like where people like really like care during a live show.
Yeah.
I could see it.
So, the Death Riders defeat CNC and the Young Bucks via a John Moxley roll up to Adam Copeland. Adam Copeland was very upset about this, but he did take the pin.
Look at that, bro. He took a pin, man. Who's got the harder backstage politics, man? John Moxley or Copeland? We got the answer to that one, bro.
Seems like Copeland may have won the battle, but Moxley won the war.
Exactly.
Next up, we have Andrade.
Hey.
Andrade defeating Tommaso Ciampa and Commander to earn himself the number one spot in the Casino Battle Royal. Did you see did you see, just in case we don't end up going over this on Friday, did you see this story about Tommaso Ciampa?
No, not the story about Champa. No, I didn't.
Well, just like
Oh no.
Persephone, man, WWE is very shocked at AEW's misusage of Tommaso Ciampa, which is a guy that
Oh.
they literally fucking had under contract.
He left because y'all misused him. What are y'all talking about? He, dude, they're hilarious, bro. They're hilarious, man.
Yeah.
You know, shocked that they're misusing him. Well, you know, he went to them because they misused him. Even worse, like, brother, what are you? What he? That's insane. They're bold, bro. They're bold.
They do not know what to do with 90% of people on their roster. And they're worried
No,
about fucking Persephone and Tommaso Ciampa on AEW television. Brother, you just had Chelsea Green take a pin, her first post SummerSlam appearance as world champion.
yep. Take a pin,
And she takes a pin.
brother. You got fucking you got all the shit you're doing over here on all these shows, man. We don't see the light of Dragonoff, of Carmelo Hayes, of Lyra Barely, but let's worry about Champa and Persephone.
Exactly.
What?
Exactly. So Andrade's entrance, another one, dope ass entrance, bro. He was like standing with his back to the crowd, and he had like this light like shining down on his face. Super sick. Super sick visual there. Came out with all the aura. As he's returning home to Mexico. Andrade takes off his pants.
Yeah.
Okay. This was mid into the match.
Okay.
And Excalibur says,
Oh no.
"This is the same building where Andrade has lost his mask, and now it seems he's lost his pants as well."
Dude, who started to allow him to crack jokes on the fucking commentary, bro? And praise that person because oh my god, he
He's
has
so
the
ass.
most like his jokes are the worst thing on the planet. But you know what, bro? I fucking love him, man. Keep it up. Keep it. That's where he lost his mask. You know, apparently his pen. He's so ass, dude. He's the best. He really is.
This
Because
motherfucker, and he starts fucking giggling afterwards, like he thinks he's fucking funny.
He's fucking making his jokes.
He's like,
Actually, full gear.
"Oh my
And his
dude,
fucking
the
joke.
full. Oh dude, I forgot about the full gear one. They're flipping it into full gear. Well, actually, that's in November." Fucking
Dude,
garbage
I hope he
ass.
I hope he keeps joking, bro, because it's genuinely the best thing on Dynamite every week is his fucking little jokes that just suck.
Dude,
Oh, he's such a tryhard. It's great.
He's the fucking man, bro. We love Sockhead, dude. Um, so Andrade picks up the victory. Um, after the match. I didn't write it in my notes. I'm trying to remember. Did he have a promo where he said how you know? I think he did.
I think he did, from what I remember.
I
I
think
think
he
he did.
I think he did. I may have just forgot to write it down. But nonetheless,
It's kind
I'm
of all you fucking write down with those promos anyway at the end of the day. So,
yeah.
but I think he did do that. I think was it like a little. I think it was just like a little quick like thing, and then he got to say how you know and move on. I don't think it was nothing too important.
No. Well, Andrade did his how you know promo
You know,
afterwards. Pretty sure he did.
can't wait
And
to
he
cop that shirt,
gets
bro.
oh dude, it's going to be tough, dude. I got so much I really hope I really
I
hope
don't remember.
they got a lot of. I hope they got good merch. I hope they got good merch at the shows because obviously I want to pick me up something Osprey. I would really love to pick me up one of them Death Rider shirts and you got to get
Oh
an
yeah,
Andrade shirt, bro.
you
You
have
got
to
to
get an Andrade. Those are like the big three. You gotta
100%.
get man Andrade, Death Riders, Osprey, and maybe who, depending on who they have, man. But the thing is that scares me about them,
Mhm.
they very rarely have a good selection of actual talent merch, but they go heavy with their AEW show logo
Yes.
merch, and I really hope they have different stands with different shit. I really hope so.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on. I'm gonna have to keep an eye on like Twitter or whatever and kind of see because like there are people that post like merch tables and shit. I'm gonna have to see. I'm gonna have to do some digging and see what they tend to have at these nowadays. But nonetheless, uh, MJF returns and attacks Andrade. The thing that was interesting about this whole beat down here is he had the Triple B with him. He had the Big Birdberry belt with him and attacks Andrade, gets on the mic, and he complains about having his All In main event stolen from him, and then says next week he's going to be entering the number 2 contender match for the Casino Battle Royale.
Hmm.
I this is something. I mean, I guess I kind of I guess I kind of understand. They want both of the. They like to make that match feel important, but why put MJF and Andrade in a casino gauntlet match at All In? Why not just put them in a number 1 contender match? Put them in a number 1 contender match. Winner gets the world title match at All Out. Why don't you just do
Exactly.
that at All In?
Yeah, I really like I know the show for All In is going to be long anyway. I already expected last year's was 6 hours, and if it's anything close to that, you could easily fit in Andrade versus MJF one on
Oh
one,
yeah.
some variation, whether it's for the title, whether it's like you said, just for a title shot for the world title, something like that, man. I don't get the need to put something that could very well be on its own in the battle royal, or yeah, in the battle royal, and not let the casino gauntlet like do its own thing with a different story. I really don't get that because I think Andrade and MJF deserve to have a one-on-one match at All In. I think they really do deserve it.
I think they do too. I think Andrade's busted his ass for that spot, and obviously a guy of MJF's caliber, how do you not have him in a singles match at All In? Or how do you not have him in, a match that's not a battle royale or a casino gauntlet or something like that? I feel like, stuff like that stuff like that I think is I think MJF's I don't really again, I don't understand. I feel like I just typically those matches and just off of like the history speaking, those kind of matches is where you save like a debut or a return or something like that. Like you don't
Yeah,
put your big marquee names in those kind of matches. And to me, MJF is one of their big marquee names, and he's built a story over the summer with Andrade. And I don't understand why or how that doesn't qualify for just a singles match. Again, Because the Casino Gauntlet is the thing where it's like, you basically are Mr. Money in the Bank, but you have to announce it a week beforehand.
Yeah.
MJF and Andrade want the world title now. So why
Yeah.
not just have MJF versus Andrade? Winner gets the match at All Out. What's
Yeah.
the deal?
And then you have, yeah, exactly. And then you have the actual casino contract in your pocket for the next few months or however long you want to keep it in your pocket for whoever might win it. I don't understand, man. I really don't understand.
Yeah, definitely an odd spot to put both of these guys in who are pretty big names and very popular right now with
Oh yeah.
in AEW. I don't understand why put them in the Casino Battle Royale match, but or the Casino Gauntlet match or whatever the fuck it is, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Doesn't really make much sense to me in all honesty. Willow Nightingale and the Brawling Birds defeat Mercedes Moné and the Divine Dominion. Well, I guess they got their win back for Dynamite in Boston the other week.
Exactly, man. Had to get their win back for Divine Dominion, and well, against the Divine Dominion, and just doing more of their story. Yeah, pumped about.
After this, the Brawling Birds did get confirmed for All In. They will be taking on the Divine Dominion for the tag titles.
Oh, no way, bro. I totally didn't think that was gonna be set up, man.
Yeah, no, 100%. I didn't think so either. This came out of left field for sure.
Oh yeah,
Kyle Fletcher defeated Speedball Mike Bailey in what was a very good match. I believe it was for the International Championship. Very good match, man. What do you expect? Kyle Fletcher and Speedball. You know what those guys do.
those guys are some of your best in ring up and coming guys, man. I love Speedball. I think Speedball is very underrated, and I think Kyle Fletcher is very correctly rated as one of those top guys that are coming up, top guys in AEW. Great match here, man. I literally saw a picture earlier today of Kyle Fletcher when he had hair. Man, I'm so glad he shaved that shit off, bro. He looks so weird with the hair. Looking
He
back,
does.
man, he fits him so much better nowadays, man. But both guys doing great ass match, and love it from those guys.
100%. Darby Allin, Lionheart, Chris Jericho, and Mystico.
Mystico.
They take on the Jet, Okada, and the Mad Scientist Ultra Libre. Hechicero. What the fuck is this match? What is this match, Tony? Lionheart, Darby, and Mystico.
Like,
What?
what? Why? Why is this the match, man? I don't understand the purpose to this match. And now this week on Dynamite,
Yes.
we have a one-on-one with Knight and Jericho. Brother, don't tell me you're putting Jericho in like or essentially Knight and the Don Callis family in some type of Jericho vortex. You can't be that stupid, Tony. You can't.
I seen that, dude. Chris Jericho's getting in the ring with Kevin Knight. How long until this starts to pull Knight down? Is it and now I'm scared, because now I feel like at least one of these Don Callis guys is gonna get wrapped up with Jericho for
Yep.
All In, and I really just hope it's not one of the ones that I fucking care about. So,
Hopefully it's like
God,
a fucking Mark Davis or Jay Doyle or something.
I certainly hope so, dude, because that definitely did not make me happy to see whatsoever.
No,
But
really not.
yeah, Darby, Lionheart, and Mystico beat the Don Callis family. So great.
Yeah,
Good for them.
brother.
Thunder Rosa was shown in the crowd. Nice. Nice. She was like She was in the crowd sitting next to somebody. Just chirping away. Haven't used you on TV in like fucking 3 years, but you know.
Like 3 years, fucking the whole problem, the whole person you had to beef with is essentially gone. But we're still just basically just seeing you as an ambassador for some reason, man. Makes
Pretty
no sense,
much.
dude. Makes no sense. She's so great talent that I wished was used more.
Oh yeah. Persephone versus Chris Statlander takes place here for. I'm still trying to figure out what for exactly. Thunder Rosa and Persephone had a little scuffle on the ringside area. This was one of the worst scuffles I've ever seen in my entire life. They were like she grabbed Thunder by her head, pulled her over the top of the barricade, and then they like locked up. And they're just sitting there in lockup position, like just swaying back and forth. And I'm like, what is happening? And then one of them gets thrown to the ground. And then Hikaru Shida comes in and hits Chris Statlander with a belt. And then Persephone takes advantage, and Thunder Rosa's still on the outside lane there. I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now? It was a clusterfuck. If you couldn't tell.
It's such a like someone grabs you by your head, drags you over a fucking barricade, and you just get up and lock up with them. Like, are you John Moxley 70 minutes into a match in 2025, bro? You just locking up still? Like, what? Oh, man. Oh, brother. I'm assuming that's more of a CMLL thing with her and Persephone. I would be down to see it on AEW television. Tony Khan probably isn't. But, man, that's just so awkward.
It was terrible.
Yeah.
So, we have Persephone defeating Chris Statlander, and next up, we have Hangman and Brodito with the one and only, one of the greatest little wrestlers of all time, K. Melito.
He said that.
He did. I promise you he did. I promise you he did, bro. Which I gotta say, I'm fucking with my guy K. Melito, bro. That's my guy, bro. Have you seen K. Melito?
K. Melito, man. I mean, hey, he's a part of the Good, Bad, the Ugly now. He's with them. He's in their group, bro.
Yeah,
that's the new faction.
Yeah, he is. Is that the name of the group? Is that the name of Hangman and Brodito?
At least that's the name they keep like trying to call themselves, and like I think like backstage segments or whatever. I don't know if they're backstage or they're just the ones they post on like Twitter or whatever, but that's the name that Brody keeps like pitching for them, is the Good, Bad, the Ugly.
Okay. K. Melito, he was taking pictures with everybody backstage at AEW. And the AEW fan base have came to the conclusion that during this episode of Grand Slam Mexico, K. Melito was a member of the Death Riders, but he turned on them mid-show, and now he's with Hangman and Brodito. Rich story going on here with the greatest little wrestler of all time, K. Melito.
Little wrestler of all time is crazy. That's a crazy thing to call somebody, bro. You could have just Excalibur. He just can't help himself.
He's the greatest little midget of all time.
I think he didn't say something like that. That would have been crazy.
Oh, that would have been fucking hilarious, bro. That would have been so funny. That would have been
the greatest little guy of all time.
Oh my god. So
I got a question, man. Do you like him or Torito Housen better?
That's what I was gonna bring up, actually. So one thing I loved so much about this appearance from the greatest little wrestler of all time, K. Melito, was he didn't have a fucking spot in the match where he gets in the ring and he damn near wrestles better than the guy who's actually wrestling in the match. We didn't get a sequence where Kay Melito is fucking jumping around and Ricochet and all these guys are selling for him and all this other shit like we see from Toritohausen. And the worst thing about Toritohausen is he wrestles better than Danhausen.
He literally wrestles better than Danhausen. That's the best part about that.
We didn't get any of that. There was like a little segment where like the Demand pulled him in there and they fucking beat the shit out of him. But other than that, again, we didn't fucking get him in there taking up 5 minutes of the match for no reason, like a Minihausen would. And this is maybe something WWE should take notes from. Maybe, just maybe, we should, pump the brakes on how much antics we put in our Danhausen matches. Just maybe is something they could learn from this little appearance here by the greatest little wrestler of all time, Kay Melito.
No, they could actually learn a lot from AEW mistakes, and they never do. And they always go and repeat the same mistakes AEW already made that they did not need to make because AEW made those mistakes, but they do it anyway. Like Danhausen.
Correct. However, big Kay Melito guy.
Giant Kay Melito guy.
Yeah. He can't. He wears a little costume, dude. He looks like Winnie the Pooh. Doesn't he?
He kind of does. Isn't his Death Rider picture like black and white except his mask or something? It was fucking hilarious, dude. It was hilarious.
I actually didn't see this. Let me see if I can find this here. Let's see.
Don't remember.
I see a. The one I'm seeing is in picture, and then I'm seeing one of Claudio holding him in the air, and then I'm seeing another one of him in Yuta.
Like a child. Okay, all right. Might have been just to edit then.
Bro, this one of Claudio is, dude, he's literally holding him above his head, or like at his head. That is too funny,
goated,
bro.
Just
yeah, the little G. This Kay Melito, the greatest little wrestler.
Greatest little wrestler.
So, Hangman and Bro Dito take the W here by way of a 21 plex or a buckshot into a 21 plex. Which looked pretty sick, and Hangman and Bro Dito are the trios champions. I don't know why they didn't make like Hangman's race for a title a little maybe a little longer. I don't know why we're just immediately having him win trios titles that he hasn't won before that he has won before. Meanwhile, he has a bunch of all these other mid-card titles he's never won before. So I don't know. Again, I don't know why. I don't know why that was the choice here specifically.
No, I don't understand, man. Like, I don't mind it.
Yeah.
And maybe in the long run, if you do a thing where, he gets to win all the titles he can, and, obviously he's still not satisfied, and that brings him somehow back to the world title, you'd always do something like that. But, like, just to instantly be a trios champion is kind of like, well, he's just doing stuff, I guess. It's
yeah.
You gotta wait it a little bit longer.
For sure. And in the main event, we had Will Ospreay defeating Mark Davis.
Dangerous Doyle.
That's right.
Dangerous Davis.
Dangerous Dunkzilla.
I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. I messed up.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Dangerous Mark Davis. Well, thanks, man.
So, Will, just out of curiosity, out of all the Mexican talent they have on AEW programming, and they have a lot. They have Andrade. They obviously have like Bandito. They got all these other luchadors. They got Mystico. They got all these guys. They end the show with Will Ospreay and Mark Davis. Interesting choice.
That's the Tony Khan Dynamite Classic, man. You got so many opportunities, and you choose the most random match to main event, bro. Every single time. It never fails, dude. It never fails.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, very, very, very interesting, very interesting choice here. Again, being that Bandito was on this show, Persephone was on this show, um, Andrade and Commander were on this show, and
Davis.
they ended the show with Will Ospreay and Mark Davis.
Like,
Interesting.
like if Tony Khan were to look at tonight's Raw card, he would have totally made that like fucking Sol Ruka and EO match the main event for no reason.
Oh yeah.
Like that is like the type of match that Tony Khan makes the main event. It's just the most random match on the card every time, and I
Yes.
don't fucking get it.
Yes. And then he'll put like the most important one either at the top of the second hour or first.
Or first, literally, like, dude, like half the time, like the second half of Dynamite, it's just a bunch of nothing matches, and
Yes.
you're like, dog, you're not keeping me engaged here, bro.
Like, dude, that's supposed to be the point of the main event. It's supposed to be like something you use to keep people around. Like, it's not supposed to
Like,
be something
bro,
like, oh, this is the fucking main event of the show. That's
how
what he
does he
makes
have
it.
such a fucking triple, quadruple main event mentality when it comes to his pay-per-views, but for his weekly television, it's the complete opposite, man.
Yes.
I'm gonna do the important thing at the start or in the middle, and that second half, random bullshit every time. And I don't like Tony. Why?
Yeah. I don't get it either, bro. Will Ospreay defeated Mark Davis with a barbed wire hidden blade in this Mexico City street fight here to main event Dynamite. Very good match, very good match, I must say, as always with these two. But yes, very good match going into going into All In, and no Kenny Omega here on the show tonight or nothing like that. It was just ended with Will Ospreay celebrating. So that was that was that. I don't know why this couldn't have been something to open the show, and then you end with the Andrade match, which then you would have ended with an MJF return.
Yeah, I don't know why you don't end with the MJF return and just have like a good, feel good, just match open to the show. It's just, again, Tony Khan and in his Dynamite main events, they never make sense.
Never, never, dude. Yeah, I don't know why he did that, but nonetheless, Grand Slam Mexico here. I thought was a pretty good show. I thought it was an enjoyable show. Obviously, you got a pretty, pretty what the fucking word am I looking for? Pretty bonkers crowd here today, or last Wednesday for Dynamite, and Arena Mexico is always a good place for them to be in, and again, crowd's always great, and the show was again obviously minus a couple random matches like Darby Allin teaming with Lionheart, Chris Jericho, and Mystico. Other than that, then for the most part, the show was good. Again, minus your typical Dynamite random shenanigans.
Exactly, man. Overall, like you said, solid Dynamite, man, and it's kind of what you expect from a Dynamite, man. You got the things that are important, the people that are important, and then the random stuff on the show, man. Overall, very good show, or a very enjoyable show, very good location for the show, man. Overall, was a solid little Dynamite.
100%. 100%. So that was that. Moving on here to Friday night SmackDown. But before we get to all that, we got a word from our official sponsor here at NHP. We got a word from W Energy Man. W is an energy drink loaded with vitamins and nootropics formulated to improve focus without getting the jitters. W is a clean formula, sugar-free, zero-calorie, free from fillers and artificial colorings with 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving. You can get your W products today with the link below and code NHP at checkout. Save yourselves 10% on your next W purchase.
Early always, gotta shout out Dubby. Whether workout, whatever you may need the energy for, man. No matter what it is, whether it's pay-per-view, workout, whatever you may need the energy for and the focus for, Dubby's got all that. You won't have the jitters, and it'll taste good all at the same time. Truly always. Gotta shout out Dubby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As always, thank you and shout out to the wonderful people over at W, the official sponsor of what we do here at NHP.
That's what we do.
This show this show.
I think they
Friday Night
finally
SmackDown.
brought back SmackDown.
I think the main event scene got like pretty good segments for the next 2 weeks here, but yeah. So the show opens up with Cody Rhodes.
Of course.
Yeah. Kevin Owens just came back. We opened the fucking show with Cody Rhodes. He calls out CM Punk. He asked him if he knew Randy would be involved. What? Why the fuck would he be in on that?
Bro, like, first of all, it's not in Punk's character. And second of all, it's not in Randy's character. The whole point of Randy is he's he just does shit. He's Randy Orton. He does whatever he wants. Like,
Yes.
why would Punk know?
Dumb babyface syndrome, bro.
It's fucking moronic babyface syndrome. Why on earth would Randy Orton, kayfabe wise, just be like, "Yeah, Punk, I'll be there. I'm gonna help
I'm
you,
gonna help you, bro. I fucking got you,
What?
dog." Like, what?
What the
So,
fuck?
so Punk says, now obviously I'm not as mad about it as you are, but no, and I am pissed about it. So if you want, Cody, me and you can go back there and 2-man power trip this place, and we can go beat his ass ourselves. And Cody's laughing and he's smiling. He thinks Punk is so hilarious. Cody says, no, that's okay. He says, he thanks CM Punk. He salutes him and he goes to leave. And CM Punk says, "Hey, Cody, I have so much respect for you. If you want another title match, just say when." See why I didn't want this feud to continue?
These two have
You see?
fucking horrible chemistry, bro. They're just jerking each other off anytime they fucking interact with each other, bro. Talking about we're gonna go back there and run a 2-man and fucking and politic the play. That's what they said.
No.
Is that not what they said?
No.
Is that they're not gonna run a 2-man?
No, they said they're brother. Well, now I know what you're thinking about. But they said Punk, bro. Oh, you fucked me all up, man. Punk said they're gonna go back there and run the 2-man power trip, not a 2-man.
Yeah, they're gonna run a 2-man. No, they're gonna run a 2-man power trip, and they're gonna go back there and run it, and but like, brother, this is why this is why their feud sucked up to SummerSlam, and that's why when they fucking run this feud back for Mania, it's gonna fucking suck, dude, because this is what they do. They just fucking compliment each other the whole pay. And I'm not talking about their chemistry. No, I'm quite literally mean that in a literal sense. All they do is just compliment each other as friends. It is the corniest, weakest shit on planet Earth, bro, and I can't stand it, man. Like what are y'all talking about?
Yeah, it just seems like everybody, like I seen a lot of people, I don't want to say everybody, I seen a lot of people complaining. Remember that week when Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay like dapped up that one week of Dynamite? It was the Dynamite after Beach Break. Like, they were in the ring dapping up. It was before Kevin Knight came out there and challenged Omega at Redemption. But, they're out there dapping up and everybody's like, "Oh, this is all this is going to be. These two just being friends." Didn't see anybody complaining about it with Cody Rhodes and CM Punk. And that is all they do. All they do is sit there and compliment each other, and they just laugh at each other's jokes, and they just love being around each other. Terrible fucking terrible chemistry, dude.
Horrible chemistry, and it's such a non-main event scene chemistry, dude. It's horrible to see.
So Kevin Owens then comes out after Rhodes, and he tells CM Punk that he is not taking him seriously. He says, "I can tell because Cody Rhodes is out here and you're out here saying, just say when to Cody. He says, that would shock me about you, but it doesn't. He says all it does is fit to be all that does is fit your character to be the same arrogant sociopath I've always known CM Punk to be. CM Punk says that Kevin Owens should practice gratitude because if it wasn't for him, he would still be working a 9 to 5, being a weekend warrior on the indies, begging CM Punk for tickets to a WWE show for him and his kids.
Really?
Yeah.
And I think he might have employment somewhere else, Punk, but I know you aren't allowed to reference them, so you kind of had a weaker promo there.
Yeah, probably. I think we all know where Owens would be. But I digress.
Fuck yeah.
Owens says that Punk should be thanking he says he should be thanking Punk. He says Punk paved the way for a lot of them. But he says I also should be thanking you for showing me what not to do. Showing me how not to treat other people around me. Showing me how to not get my ego so inflated that I believe everything that comes out of my mouth like I'm the best in the world. He says, thank you for showing me how to not let this business turn me into a miserable piece of shit like you.
Oh yeah.
This gave me vibes of CM Punk and Eddie Kingston. Now, the difference between this is Kevin Owens isn't a bum, okay? But I'll give it to Eddie Kingston. At the time, he wasn't a bum either.
No, yeah.
Nowadays
At
I
the
watch
time, he
Eddie
was doing
Kingston. Yes, nowadays I watch Eddie Kingston wrestle. Really, ever since he won that Continental Classic, I watch Eddie Kingston wrestle, and I'm fucking half bored to death. But this reminded me of a little bit more of a dumbed down version of, Eddie and CM Punk. And when I say dumbed down version, I'm not saying that this is bad or anything. Obviously, I don't think they went as hard at each other as Eddie and Punk did. But, I would say this is maybe like, it reminded me of that promo, just turned down a little bit.
100%. This very much reminded me of that promo and more of just and again, like you said, I don't mean this in a negative way, just more of like a WWE-fied version of it.
100%. So I think it was very good. Man. I really love what they I really love, like, for their first interaction, what they had to say to each other. And again, Kevin Owens being back is probably about the best thing for television that you could have asked for in this era of SmackDown. They need him. Off the back of a Cody Rhodes and CM Punk feud, they need Kevin Owens there, and they need somebody who's going to bring a little bit of that fire out of CM Punk, and I think Kevin Owens is the right guy. Obviously, he said in his promo, everybody tells him, give him a second chance, and he never bought into it. And, we don't know the truth. Maybe these guys are really good friends. Maybe Owens doesn't, genuinely doesn't fuck with CM Punk. At least up until this point, they have good they have good sightings to kind of piggyback off of, because all the sightings we've seen from these two guys, every time they're around each other, they don't really interact. Like, they genuinely give the vibe, like, at least Owens just gives the vibe he doesn't really fuck with CM Punk. And I think that I think that bodes really well, and I think this makes for really good, realistic type television, man. And I think that is what SmackDown needed. SmackDown needed some grittiness. SmackDown needed some Kevin Owens, goddammit. And they got it. So I'm happy.
It really did. No, I'm very happy we got Kevin Owens back. SmackDown desperately needed just someone that isn't a walking catchphrase, a company man, a wannabe John Cena, dude. I'm very glad we got KO back. He's like I've said before, man. KO is just a breath of fresh air in the main event scene because it actually feels like you're watching a person, and that's just really nice to see. And he's able to bring the fire out of anybody, whether it was Cody when they had their feud, and now whether it's Punk, man. Very glad we're getting this. And like you said, maybe they are friends nowadays. We don't know. And I like the fact that we don't know because whatever we're seeing on screen it feels real. It could not be real, but on TV it looks and it feels real, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. And that's very also refreshing to see.
Yes, and this is one thing that made Drew and Punk a great feud as well. We didn't truly know. We didn't truly know because again, at every kind of sighting we ever seen these guys at, they didn't really, they didn't really interact. They didn't mess with each other. And same thing with Kevin Owens here. And so these are what makes these things. These are what makes these feuds great. Is you're blurring the lines. The fans don't know again and again, and when you could have had that with somebody like Cody Rhodes, but what they opted to go out there and do is just go out there and have a chat off and just sit there and just compliment how great each other are and how much they respect each other and how he looked after him for his dad and all this other shit. It's just like you completely take away even the aspect of something that could be there. And it's like, I'm not saying these guys have to like hate each other, but you don't have to fucking go out there and fucking basically kiss each other the whole fucking time either. So, but yeah. So, yeah, and like Logan says, he's the best part about that is that you can at least feel that Punk and Owens kind of don't really like each other 100%. And especially
Yeah.
too, anytime we've seen these guys appear in backstage videos for each other for WWE, they don't interact, or Owens is fucking giving Punk a side eye, like shut up. Like he's just clearly like annoyed by him. And then obviously we all know the old stories, right? We know that, Punk used to make fun of Kevin Owens for being in the t-shirt club, and he used to make fun of Owens for being fat. And, a lot of guys from that era, a lot of guys that were, like the era after CM Punk, they don't like him. They don't like him. And so we feel that. The guys that were in Punk's era, they like Punk, but a lot of the guys that were the era after that, that next ROH era that came in after like the Joes, Danielsons, Homicide, Punk, all those guys like Punk. A lot of guys after them don't. A lot of guys after them do not. So, it's something that we have at least an idea of, real animosity there. And that's what makes this such great television, man. And that is week one off rip would already made this better than whatever the fuck we got for that Cody and Punk program. So again, I wasn't really a fan of that at all, but man, am I happy to see Owens back in the fold, and I'm happy to see Kevin Owens feuding with CM Punk. If you want to talk about somebody who is legit a ring general, somebody who legit can pull the best out of their opponent, you look at Kevin Owens, bro. What he did for Cody Rhodes during his title reign, and I'm sure what he's about to do for CM Punk now should be good stuff, barring any odd decisions being made, which we do have something here that I do express a little bit of concern for, but Kevin Owens is that guy, and he does that with a lot of people. You can argue that during Roman's title reign, his best feud was Kevin Owens. Again, Cody during all his WWE title reigns, his best feud was Owens. Punk, obviously it's been a short reign, but this has been the best work he's done as WWE champion so far.
Exactly.
So again, Owens is that guy, and man, I'm just so glad to have him back. But these two get in a scuffle. CM Punk, again, either of these guys really don't like each other or they're really acting their ass off. Punk looked legitimately irritated by some of the things that Owens was saying to him, which reminded me so much of the Eddie Kingston promo. Because when Eddie was
Mhm.
calling his ass out on stuff that he used to
Oh,
do, Punk looked
he
like
looked
he was
pissed.
genuinely getting annoyed.
Oh
And
yeah,
that's
I
when
love
Punk
when
is at
Punk.
his best.
Exactly. I was gonna say I love when Punk looks genuinely pissed, whether it was the Hangman,
Oh god.
the MJF, the Eddie Kingston. I love when he genuinely just looks annoyed and pissed off at what people are saying to him. That's the best version of him, and I'm glad we're seemingly getting that again here.
100%. You know, if Tony Khan would have played his cards right after their real life beef, how awesome would another Adam Page CM Punk feud have
Oh,
been? Oh my
that'd have been
god,
really
bro.
fucking good, dude. That'd have been
Yes.
insanely good.
Yeah, because Hangman brought that out of Punk. I mean, he had to bring up Cole Cabana to do it, but he brought it out of Punk, and I think he would have. I think those two would have went on to create magic together had he stayed in AEW. I think that, for a lot of for a lot of non credit that Hangman gets, I really think he's a lot better on the mic than people give him credit for.
Oh, 100%.
You
He's
also
so
got
good. He pissed off CM Punk.
another thing that makes this partially feel real too for those who really understand the lore. Owens is
Those are his
best friends
boys.
with the Young Bucks, bro. Those
Those
are
are
his
his
fucking
fucking boys.
boys. So it's funny to it's really funny because
Can quickly fall down.
yeah, obviously, yeah, it's really funny because he fucking fought his boys, and like that like you obviously know Owens is team Young Bucks there, so it's
Fuck yeah.
really crazy to see, man. It's really crazy to see, but that is another aspect of this as well that does kind of make this feel a bit real for sure.
100%.
So, uh, Kevin Owens is in the back and he is interacting with Sami Zayn. These guys had an interaction. Oh, CM Punk and Owens also got into like a little pushing match before everybody
Mm.
officials came out there and separated everybody. We get a Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn interaction where Owens and Zayn are pretty much just talking about how Owens screwed over Sami Zayn and Sami's like making him apologize or whatever. You could tell he's very bitter about Owens coming back, but he also said he's not bitter. Like, he's happy to see him back, but it did screw him over. And then Owens turns the tables on him and says, "Well, you would have done the same thing." So Nick Aldis walks up and Kevin Owens says he wants the match August 21st in Toronto.
Mm. Is that?
Do not
Oh,
tell me.
oh. It's
Do
oh,
not tell
that's
me
next week.
they are going to end this already. Because
I
if
really hope not. I
be,
really hope. Mm.
because if that's the case, I mean, what is going on? What is going on here? Does CM Punk not like to work with people he doesn't really like, or what is happening here? If that's the case?
Oh,
Now
so
again, nothing is confirmed yet, but like seemed a bit early. I thought they were gonna save this for later down the line. I mean, Toronto does make sense. Obviously, they'd be in Canada. But it is interesting, man. You do this match already. Do you have Owens just take the title from him there, or do you have Owens take a loss to Punk here?
more than likely, what WWE will do, I will probably see him taking a loss and maybe facing him again at like Saturday or whatever, Sunday night's main event, maybe something like that. But overall, if I was a decision maker, I'd probably have KO win, man. I know a lot of people wouldn't like that, at least for corporate wouldn't like that, man. But I would very much like that, man. It's very interesting that it's that early because that's either very scary or that could just be maybe they have a way to keep it going, man. So hopefully it's not the scary side of it.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I hope not. I hope they're not just going to end this here or have Owens take a loss and end this. That would be complete dumbassery on Triple H's part. But it's tricky. It's tricky because yeah, a WWE thing I could see them doing, is having Owens lose and then do a rematch or add people at Sunday night's main event or whatever the case is. But doing this match this early, man, you are taking a big risk by having, if you plan to have Kevin Owens just go in there and take a loss. That is quite the ballsy decision, I will say, if that is the plan. But we will have to wait and see. But yeah, we are already getting the match, not this Friday, but next. So pretty crazy, to be honest.
Very interesting. Well, we'll see how it goes, when we get there, and hopefully they take it in a great direction.
For sure. So we got, bro, I found out what Ricky Starks is doing. He is feuding with Ray Phoenix for the AAA Cruiserweight title.
Oh man, just gotta.
So all those weeks ago, where I asked, wait a minute, where is Ricky Starks? We found him
In AAA, bro. Hey, he's trying to get that AAA Cruiserweight title.
Oh my
Is he like
god!
Cruiserweight?
I would think. I would think so. Is it? Shouldn't it? Doesn't everybody in AAA except for like Omos qualify for that?
Maybe I would say I don't. Maybe their cruiserweight weight is maybe a little different, man. But
That's true.
priorities, bro. He's on SmackDown at the U.S. title there. You get the world title there. Let me go for the cruiserweight AAA title. I gotta get it.
Wow, they're making a real interesting case. They're making a real interesting case for he might as well have just stayed in AEW.
Like we've been saying that a lot, man. And man, sometimes you like sometimes you really think the grass is gonna be greener on the other side, man. And funny enough, we're probably gonna say the same thing when we get to the Raw section
Oh
of
yeah,
the video today, man. Because just a lot of people they just return and they're just
that's
stuck
it.
doing mid card nothings, and essentially they just return for the return moment and or the debut moment, and that's it.
Chelsea Green takes a pin on SmackDown. She takes a pin to Fallon Henley. Brother.
Yeah, you could tell WWE, at least Triple H and his cronies, were really expecting Rhea to not be out long. I truly think they really thought fall was gonna be it, and they're like, you know what, we'll make the fans happy. We'll just do Chelsea for a little bit, man. And then they learned that Rhea's seemingly going to be out up to Royal Rumble, if not past Royal Rumble. And I think they are, for at least themselves, regretting their decision of trying something new.
What in the Vince McMahon is that? So, first of all, for, surface level, she's the fucking women's champion. And she just
Yep.
won the belt. Not only did she just win the belt, she loses to a member of a faction who's not even the leader of a faction. And it's like, I'm not, no hate on Fallon Henley. I think she's fine. But it couldn't have at least been JC Jane. But even at that, why is she taking a pin at all? This is her first SmackDown as women's champion, and she loses to a tag team member of a faction, and not if you would have had her take a pin to anybody, it couldn't have at the very least, been the leader of the group.
You would think, bro. You would think, and weren't they advertising for more of like a segment for her? Why did they do a match anyway?
I think it was a segment that turned into a match. It was one of
Oh,
those.
brother. Oh God, that's even more classic for them.
What are we doing, man? What are we doing? I mean, how ridiculous is this, bro? Chelsea Green
It's so
getting
frustrating.
pinned. What? 4 days after winning the world title? How's anybody supposed to feel motivated back there? Come on, man.
Literally, dude.
Breaking Matt Cardona's heart already, man. He can't even enjoy his only title.
Bro, that video of him grabbing the fucking title from her when she won it is
Oh,
beyond crazy, bro. Man, he
that man is
really
obsessed.
he is obsessed, and he's gonna stay obsessed for the rest of his life
Yes, he
because
is.
he's never winning the world title, bro. Like just give it up. Know what you are.
Bro, Chelsea, there was this video. It was like this behind the scenes video. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, there's like this behind the scene video of Chelsea Green celebrating with her family, and Matt Cardona is sitting front row. And she's like hugging somebody, and he literally takes the belt out of her hand and is like looking at it. He holds it as if he just won it, and then he gives it
Mm-hmm.
back to her. Like, why? Why are
And
you?
here's the bro.
Why are you snatching the women's title from your woman, bro? What are you doing?
From your womb. Can you not let her enjoy her moment? Bro, Deadass, she wasn't even looking at him. He just grabbed that shit like a child and was looking at it. Man, that's crazy to me, bruh. That's just crazy to me.
Charlotte is facing Jade Cargill. The Be Fabulous group come out to interfere like always. They got to still
Interview reveal.
what is this now? 2.5 years after Jade signed, 3.5 years. We're still covering up her flaws with the Be Fabulous group.
100%, man. Never grew. Never got better. Kind of just stayed the same, like we said.
Literally, exactly like we said. Um, the Be Fabulous group are out there to do absolutely nothing, as always. Just fucking stand out there, and attempt to help, but then always get beat down. The lights go out and they come back on, and standing on the post is none other than NXT's Tatum Paxley, as she it looks like debuts alongside Charlotte and Alexa. So it looks like
Yeah.
Tatum Paxley is going to be alongside Charlotte and Alexa here. How you feeling about this pairing?
I mean, why not, man? I'm interested. From what I've seen from NXT, which apparently, now that I'm thinking about it, I probably have seen more than the creative team on SmackDown because apparently they don't watch NXT. So I think we might have seen more from Tatum Paxley, but from everything I have seen, and I don't watch NXT, she seems really good, man. She seems like a really good wrestler. She seems like she does like a lot of creative stuff with her character and whatnot. And that's very cool to see, man. I thought she was fucking destined to be called up and forced to be in a tag team with Lyra, and they were gonna force to be in a tag team together. And I'm actually glad it's a little different. Lyra, even though they aren't using her, gets to stay solo, and she gets to join a different group that is different. And I'm down for her, man. She's with Charlotte, she's with Alexa. Alexa is kind of more of an obvious pairing. They make a little more sense, but Charlotte has made herself make sense with them. So very much I'm intrigued to see where it goes.
Me too. Me too. I think she can fit very well with. I think she can fit very well with Alexa's style, and I'm interested to see how she kind of, I'm interested to see, how she gets in there with the Charlotte and Alexa pairing, which is obviously already a pretty established pairing by this point. But I'm very interested to see how she fits with them, and I think it's a good start for her call up. I think it's, I think it would be, I think it would be really good to just, start her off with those two, and see where it goes. See where the chemistry takes them. But very happy to see her finally called up again. I was kind of thinking the same thing you were. I thought she was going to get called up to Raw. I thought she was going to be, in an alliance with Lyra. I thought maybe that's what Lyra's, kind of new look was sort of
I thought so
hinting
too.
at, was, being aligned with Tatum Paxley, but nonetheless, she is on SmackDown. And again, if SmackDown gets not Sol Ruka, Lola Vice as well, I don't know why they're giving so many people to SmackDown. Raw kind of, I mean, I guess Raw is filling
Raw
up a
has
little bit
people.
more now, post SummerSlam, so I guess I get it, but yeah,
They've
nonetheless,
thrown like one.
for sure, I thought that, I thought that, yeah, like you said, they should at least be able to throw them somebody,
Somebody. Fuck.
but, um, yeah, so I mean, I guess both brands do really have a lot of women. It's just the women that they choose to use are the same women, because SmackDown has a ton of women. They obviously have Jordan Grace, who's been sitting, and a ton of other people who have been sitting as well. Just like Monday Night Raw has the likes of Lyra Valkyria, just kind of chilling out every
Floating
week.
around.
So
Speaking of Lyra, bro, I think I know who if anybody's getting called up to Raw, I think I know who. Lyra, obviously, unfortunately, has been on a bunch of main events, and I think this week she faced Jada Parker on main event. And if anyone's going up to Raw, I think it's Jada Parker for a few reasons.
a few reasons, huh?
A few reasons. I think there's one very unfortunate reason, and I feel like if they're putting her against seemingly a lot of Raw talent on main event, I think I seen her name on main event like a couple weeks ago or like 2 weeks ago or something against a Raw name. So I think she might be getting called up to Raw soon. I wonder why.
Yeah, I really do. I really do.
Hmm. You think Raw? You think Adam Pierce told Nick Aldis, man, she's mine.
I think so.
Uh,
I think so.
I think so.
Do you think he told Nick Aldis, you already know who it is. She the baddest one down there.
I think that is true. Yeah,
You
and
know?
maybe, she made up her mind for going around. She told Nick Aldis, I don't play about mines.
Yeah, I
You know,
crash out about mines.
exactly.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see if
Yeah.
Adam Pierce puts an emoji over her face too. So, we got Tatum Paxley getting called up here. Yes, fair, bit of a shocking move. But definitely thought she would be going up to Raw. But nonetheless, I think Charlotte and Alexa being with her is a good pairing, as well. So
100%.
we have Carmelo Hayes attacking Baron Corbin, following Baron Corbin beating Trick Williams in a match. Mello attacks him, and Corbin is still walking around with the fuzzy U.S. title.
Brother. You know what they're going to do? I could totally see them announcing a segment for SmackDown where it's like Baron Corbin, like, getting back the normal U.S. title, and that's going to be another scenario where Carmelo Hayes, like, attacks him or something.
I could see that as well. I could definitely see that.
That's the most SmackDown segment ever.
Yes, it is. So, um, yeah, Mello and Corbin. So people asked for Mello, and now Mello's probably gonna get to lose to Baron Corbin. Thanks for listening to us, Paul. Thanks.
Exactly. Thank you, Paul, man. You're such a great listener. Man, you the story that they recognize someone's over, and things, they just go about their plans anyway.
Ridiculous. We have Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Final thing on
Cody Times.
SmackDown. They're out there, talking. They're out there talking about a bunch of nonsense, bro. Let me tell you, Randy Orton's sitting there. Cody's saying, I need to know why. So Orton says, no matter who has it, he's back for number 15, but he needs to get Cody out of the way first. He says that it isn't the best version of Randy Orton that's going to win number 15. It's the worst version of Orton. So this is, he's they're hyping this up. He's going to be, worse than 09 Randy Orton.
And he's gonna be worse than Ona. So you think there's a chance that Randy Orton is gonna handcuff Cody Rhodes to the corner while he fucking makes out with his wife? You think that's possible nowadays? Because I know it's not. Because it's not going to be the worst version of a Randy Orton. But why are you hyping up something you know they're not going to do, bruh? Like, at the end of the day, they still do great stuff with Orton. You're not going to go that crazy. So why are you hyping yourself up to go that crazy? I don't get it. And like, dog, by that logic, he talking about, I still want number 15, but I got to go through you. You could have just killed two birds with one stone, and kayfabe wise, help Cody win so you could beat Cody, and at the same time of beating Cody, you get number 15. That was on the table when you returned, man. You could have done that. Mm-hmm. Now, I didn't want to see that happen, but character wise, that was probably the better decision and the more logical decision, man. Glad Randy's back, man, but genuinely, from everything we've seen, I would rather much Orton face not Cody Rhodes, anybody. It was all his interactions when he initially turned heel were really good up until he got to Cody Rhodes, and I just so far, even in their little return fucking rebuild feud, I don't expect much from this feud, to be honest.
Well, Cody Rhodes. Yeah, maybe you'll change your mind after what Cody Rhodes had to say, because Cody Rhodes says he doesn't have the pressure of being champion anymore. He says he doesn't have to be the good guy anymore. He doesn't have to be the best version of Cody Rhodes. Maybe he can be the worst version of Cody Rhodes. How you feel now?
So he doesn't have the pressure of the world title. With the world title, that is a thing in the business that gives you the most pressure on your shoulders. So what do you mean you don't have? Wouldn't you want world champion pressure in a big match? Like I think he worded it all wrong, man. Maybe he could say he doesn't have to, be the happy face as a champion anymore, and he could be mean against Randy Orton that he couldn't be his champion. He pulls it, but like the way he talks never makes fucking sense. God, I can't stand Cody, man. But no, I don't think he's going to bring out the worst in himself, man. Maybe unironically, but ironically, I don't think he's going to bring out the worst in himself, man. Unless he's bringing back the Cody first, man. Maybe maybe he's going to have some black hair again for 2 weeks. Maybe. But no, I don't expect anything from either guy facing each other at this point.
Yeah, I can say this. I'm happy this isn't for the world title. And I mean, I'm gonna give them a couple weeks to see what we can do here. Again, one thing that just bugged me out of this whole thing was, kind of like you were mentioning, the whole worst thing. Don't hype this up as if they are gonna fucking absolutely go balls to the walls, and then this is gonna be the most tame we say shit and brawl every week feud that you could possibly get. Like, I highly doubt, Cody Rhodes is gonna be, breaking into Randy Orton's house like Triple H did back in 09 for the build to Mania 25. So again, probably probably not the best idea to play around with that kind of stuff, because again, now people are going to expect something that you ultimately don't plan on delivering on. So again, I'm gonna give them a little bit of time, see what they can do here, man. I can say I'm glad it's not for the world championship. That's something I can say about this feud. But yeah, I definitely don't expect this to be something where Randy's gonna pull out the old him. Because correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't we hear this? Didn't we hear this shit earlier this year?
Yes, we heard the exact same thing earlier this year, and he teamed with Pat McAfee and punted Cody Rhodes, and he disappeared for the summer. So I don't think we're getting the
But
most dangerous version of
but
Randy Orton.
but Aleister Black was controlling the whole thing, man.
Well, couldn't control his employment status apparently, and now he's bald. So good lord,
He looks like John Moxley, bro.
he looks like a racist John Moxley, man. Why would he go bald, dude? He can't have all those tattoos and go bald. Oh man, why did he
I,
go bald?
I, I don't think he looks too bad. I just think he looks like Moxley with a like beard without the goatee. Like if John Moxley cut his little goatee part, he would literally look just like Aleister Black,
Literally,
minus a
they
head
got the
tat.
same hair. Literally got the same hair color, bro.
So I was like, okay. But yeah, now he's now he's cosplaying the WWE 12 menu screen. So
Oh, extra black.
that
Well, he says he's
was
coming in now.
is he?
Yeah, that's how you know he ain't coming to AEW.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Andrade fucking stopped him at the door, bruh. Yeah, that's Andrade.
Aleister Black came to the doors of AEW. He was like, "Guys, you guys are gonna hire me back home." Andrade said, "How you know?" And he kicked him out.
Exactly.
And then
Told
the
him
rest
go
was
home.
history. Go.
And he shaved his head.
Oh man. God bless the guy, man. I hope he finds work somewhere. If only he wasn't a mark for the Mania moment, and he could be back in AEW right now, man.
Exactly. If he can value his time in another place, but no matter where he is, all he's gonna be thinking about is his Mania moment.
Exactly.
That he's never gonna get.
I gotta say though, even if he were to come back to AEW, I can say for certain I would not want to see them get the House of Black together. I
No.
like, I think they can utilize her better, but I do like Julia Hart in the Triangle of Madness. I really like Brody King in Brodito. And Buddy Matthews, I would like to just kind of see as a singles guy as well. I wouldn't really like to, yeah, and I'm not saying they would have to do that, but I would actually like, if he were to ever come back, which I do doubt, but if he were to ever come back, if they were to just have him be a singles, I would not like a House of Black reunion. I can't lie.
No, 100%. I wouldn't care for that. I think they all evolved from that.
For sure. For sure. And voila.
This show.
Monday Night Raw.
Oh, bro.
This took place from Norfolk, Virginia. And the show opens up with Solo singing the Usos theme song.
The good one.
Yeah, he was. Actually, yes, he was. He was singing the OG one. That's right, he was. Jey Uso comes out. He says the tribal chief called the play. I am so sick of this fucking calling the play shit. I must say.
It's every week I gotta call the play. They call me. I gotta go call the play. Tribal Chief OTC call me call the play, brother. Cannon, you don't need to say that line every time. God,
Terrible. He says the tribal chief called the play. Solo needs to fall in line. Solo says, "What is all this falling in line?" He says, "Jay, I don't know why you fell in line. It looks to me like you fell off." Me too. I feel the same way about Jay.
Solo. Exactly. He fell off before he achieved the things you're about to list off, Solo.
Yeah. He says he tapped out Gunther at WrestleMania. He was a world champion. He says, the people used to love hearing your theme song. Jay interrupts him and challenges him to a match later in the night in the main event. And if he wins, then Solo has to come back to the tribal chief. He says he is going to serve Solo to him on a silver platter next week.
Well,
Solo says, if I win, then you and this little messed up family can leave me the hell alone.
man, it's rough. They did it.
They did it. Just walking down and cut their shit off here.
I mean, how does this man Gotti always appear when we're talking about the bloodline, man? Every time.
Dude, that is
every time.
I never noticed that.
I notice it every time. This man always comes in when we start talking about the bloodline, man. What the hell? How you doing? How you doing, man?
How are you, Gotti? How are you? Gotti, check your text messages. You are just the guy I wanted to see. I sent you a text, man. I did the math. For our all out expenses. So I got you. But yes, every time we're talking about the bloodline, every time we're talking about Roman Reigns, this guy shows up, bro. What's going on with Gotti these days? Unbelievable.
Come on, man. What about SmackDown, man? What about Cody? You don't want to talk about Cody? You love Cody.
Yeah, you don't want to talk about Cody.
I mean, I don't, but
I don't either.
No.
So Jay challenges Solo to the main event. Sorry, I already read that part. Solo, I already read that part too. Bro, dude, when they originally announced this main event, I said to myself, "Wow, are they really going to cut Solo loose like that?" And so I'm thinking to myself when I'm watching this opener, I'm thinking to myself, man, I really wonder if, maybe they really just like Solo as a babyface and they really are eager to get him away from these guys, see what he can do on his own. And no,
we were wrong, because I actually thought, I was starting to think the same thing. I was like, are they gonna remove him, from the story that's past, and and no, now he's really stuck in it.
Yeah, now we are like we were in quicksand with him even by these guys. Now we're like balls fucking deep in this quicksand. Gotti, I had some Dominoes too, bro. And I also feel fat as well.
I love Dominoes. Dominoes is some classic, man.
Yes, 100%. That's very funny. I had some as well today, man. So
goated. What are the odds of that, man?
I know, it's crazy. So it's a banger. It's always a banger. So we get Jay Uso and Jacob Fatu in the back arguing. They are arguing, Jacob is mad. He's saying that Jay is trying to run the play by himself. And Jay says he's going to take care of business. He's going to bring Solo back to the family. He's going to serve Solo to Roman Reigns on a silver platter next week. Some other segments regarding these guys before we go over all the main event stuff. Solo went up to LA Knight in the back, warning LA Knight what happened to Royce Keys might happen to him tonight. And LA Knight says, "Hey man, SummerSlam, that was just a one-time thing." He says, I'm happy for you, but that was, no more.
Well, he was correct, apparently.
So yeah, that was pretty much most of the stuff with the bloodline. Honestly, there was also some other segments throughout the night with LA Knight arguing with Adam Pearce about this luchador tournament. He said he would put on a luchador mask to compete. in the tournament. He then came face to face with Jacob, where he kind of made fun of Jacob the same way he made fun of Jay last week for, just following along with
Yeah, it's
Roman
good
Reigns
permission.
and stuff like that. So, again, the stuff was the stuff the stuff was fine. It's just yeah, the bloodlines work, I just think, has seen better days.
I think it has seen better days. I really think they're just trying to strike lightning in a bottle where you're just not going to strike it again. It doesn't strike twice. And I really think you're just, you really feel it. Like the company just really wants to relive that, and you just can't. And anytime they have something good, like with Solo, it just they gotta change it because to them, if they do it the exact same way they did it before, it's gonna work out, and it's very obvious it's not gonna work out if you just attempt the same thing over and over and over again, man. And it's just really unfortunate to see. LA Knight segments were fine, they were funny. He was arguing about the tournament and whatnot, and you know the bloodline like he usually does, man. But I don't know, man. One thing that did kind of give it away for me was, and we'll get to it when we get to the main event, but the second, I don't know when they started saying it throughout the night, but at some point in the night, they started saying it that if Jay wins, then next week on Raw, he's gonna give Roman on a silver platter, and just that tone of like they were talking about it like it was confirmed segment, and the second they kept saying that on Raw, I got the feeling that they were going to make that decision that they did. I was like, why are you talking about it like it's a guaranteed segment already?
Yeah.
And because it was, and I kind of felt that throughout. It was like a midway point on the show. I think they said something like that, and I was just like, oh brother.
Yeah. 100%. 100%. Yeah, I definitely I definitely could see why you felt that way, man. Honestly, I was pretty optimistic. I was pretty optimistic, and maybe that was a little dumb of me, but I was pretty optimistic throughout the show that once we got to the main event, like Solo, I either thought um Solo was going to win and because they wanted him to go do other things, or I thought that the bloodline would, do some shenanigans and he would end up being caught in the group, which obviously is what ended up happening with like Jimmy being involved and whatnot. Another thing I thought was LA Knight coming out to help but accidentally costing Solo the match. That was another thing I kind of
Yeah,
thought of. But yeah, they just went with the most they went with the most
generic way.
generic, yes, just Jimmy helps Jay win, and now Solo's stuck back in this fucking group. So, terrible, terrible stuff. We'll get to it, but
Yeah,
Penta defeats Laredo Kid in the Luchador Mexico City World Heavyweight Championship tournament.
no way, man. I thought Laredo Kid had it.
Thought so too, bro.
And also too, I put all my money on him, man. But Penta advances. I think he's gonna advance all the way to Roman Reigns, and I cannot wait for that match.
Me neither, bro. Me neither. Imagine Penta makes it all the way up to the end and fucking like Psycho Clown beats him or something.
Dude, I would be so pissed if one of those.
Oh.
Like, funny enough, the two finalists are probably gonna be a Raw guy and a SmackDown guy,
Mhm.
and Penta and fucking and his fucking brother. But even if so, man, none of these AAA guys truly like excite me like a Kingo would have. Obviously, he can't be in the tournament, but like
Yeah.
personally, man, like those Psycho Clown and like the other one that wears the clown stuff.
El Fiscal,
None of them, yeah, like none of them do it for me over there,
Pagano
man.
Jr.,
I just that
El
that's
Yodi,
who
Dr.
it is.
Wagner Jr.
Pagano. I fuck with El Hijo D. Dr. Wagner Jr. Man, I do fuck with him, but I'm excited for the Penta win. I really am.
Me too, man. Me too. I really hope he wins it, man. Give me that Penta Roman match, bro, please. So Penta advances. Dude, we then get this corny ass backstage segment with the Vision.
Oh man,
Holy fuck.
dude, I genuinely think they're in like a high school movie. I
Brother.
think that's. I genuinely think that's where like Austin Theory and Maxine Dupree's like consciousness are located in. I think
Dude.
they think they're in a Disney movie, bro. I really think they do.
Oh man. Bro. They're in the back, and Byron Saxton, shout out to him, bro. We haven't seen
The
Byron in
goat.
forever. Miss my dog, bro. Byron is in the back asking them questions, and Maxine is fucking rubbing this dude's head. Like, yeah, Austin Theory's gonna beat Tozawa tonight because he's the most sexy,
And like muscly.
muscly built man in all of WWE. And fucking Austin Theory's like, and
Oh,
he's like, I'm gonna get what I deserve. And then he's like, wait, I already have everything I deserve. And he looks at Maxine and he starts like fucking kissing on her neck and like fucking sniffling on her neck and shit. And I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck are they doing,
like,
man?
dude, I'm fucking Byron. I'm asking, bro, is this promo time or is this cuddle time? What the fuck is going on here, bro? Like, what are you guys doing? Like, dude, like, we say it every week, but it's so true. They dead ass are Flash Thompson. He's dead ass just Flash Thompson,
Yes.
someone needs to call him that. I need Braun to fucking call him Flash Thompson and spirit the life out of him.
Dude, it's so fucking whack, bro. This is so fucking.
It's horrible.
This is such corny shit, bro. Austin Theory is so good. And my God, every role you have put this poor dude in is just not
It's
the role
horrible.
for him. I don't understand what you need to do to realize this guy is a babyface. Why he is snuggling around with Maxine Dupree in backstage segments is completely fucking beyond me at this juncture.
Completely beyond me. Literally playing Flash Thompson, Spider-Man 1. You don't want to fight me type shit. And it's horrible, bro. It's horrible to see, man. They give him the worst characters in the world.
I got everything I deserve right here.
Right here. And he fucking look oh man, he should have got jumped for that line alone, bro. Cause what
Corny
are you
ass,
doing?
bro. What are we
For
doing?
real.
Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible stuff. So, Braun is standing there the whole time with a 1,000-yard stare.
Mm-hmm.
Again. And they all walk off, and Braun is still standing there next to Byron, and Byron says, Braun, do you, do you, do you want to say something? So Braun says to Byron, he says, what do you think of Obafemi? And he says, I think Oba's the future. And then Braun says, what makes you say that? And so Byron says, well, that's what Brock Lesnar said. And Braun gets pissed and he says, you sound like Paul. Paul Heyman or Paul Levesque?
Probably both.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like both of them gave up on my guy, bro. So, next up, we get Austin Theory versus Akira Tozawa.
Bro, this was like a legit, like two commercials
Yes.
during the match.
Yes. This shit had time, bro. This shit had time.
This shit dead ass. This shit dead ass had time, bro. They were doing their little entrance. I was like, all right, this is gonna be like a little squash, stupid ass little match, bro. Dead ass full length fucking Raw match, brother. What? Akira Tozawa versus Austin Theory.
Yeah.
Oh man, and it just gets better and better with this guy.
Austin Theory wins this matchup here, and he starts beating up Tozawa. Okay.
Well, you forgot to mention his new finisher, man.
He had a new finisher, did he? It wasn't the A-Town Down?
No, it's a new finisher, man. Guess what it's called?
The
This is the most perfect name they put for his fucking finisher name.
Is it called the maximum pressure?
No, bro. He's got a new finisher called the off switch. You know,
The off
because that's what
switch.
you want to hit. The off switch. It's his new finisher.
So is that
I don't
supposed to
remember what it was,
symbolize?
but I remember
Is
that's the name.
that supposed to symbolize him hitting the off switch on his opponent?
I think it symbolizes the fans hitting the off switch on their televisions when they got the vision. Why would you give him someone who has that gimmick that nobody cares about a fucking move name called the off switch? You're just asking for people to just use that against him, bro. You really are.
100%.
The off
100%.
switch, bro.
I didn't even catch that. What I did catch was
That's part.
he stays in the ring beating up Tozawa afterwards, and Maxine Dupree grabs a chair, and Austin Theory goes on the outside to grab the chair from her. These two go forehead to forehead, and you can just hear her saying, "That's pressure. That's pressure. That's maximum pressure. That's maximum pressure."
That's maximum pressure. Oh my god, dude. That it's maximum pressure, bro. Get in. Because she's Maxine and he's the pressure Austin Theory, so
Oh,
maximum pressure.
oh, that's
Come
so
on.
fucking ass, dog.
That's goaded, bro. That is goaded. I died laughing when she done said that shit, bro. These might be the two corniest people on planet Earth, bro. They dead ass. They give Cody Rhodes a run for their money with the corny factor, bro. They really do.
Dude, it makes my skin crawl seeing these two together, bro.
Maximum pressure. It's maximum pressure, bro.
Yeah, maximum pressure. Okay.
Ugh, that popped me. It was so bad.
So, Maxine, and Austin Theory are too busy snuggling up by the timekeepers area. Braun jumps in the ring and he goes to go for a spear on Tozawa, and Obafemi comes out. Braun Breaker completely takes his eyes off of Tozawa to stare down Obafemi coming to the ring, and Oba gets in the ring, and him and Braun Breaker have a stare down before Braun Breaker slowly walks out of the ring. Now, here we are, getting a second week of these two, and I can enjoy. I can enjoy where this is going, man. I really like how much they're playing into how much this really bothers Braun Breaker, that everybody keeps saying Obafemi is the future of WWE. Obviously, the whole story here is that Braun Breaker believes that he is the future of WWE, and it's not really sitting well with him watching Obafemi get all the praise that he feels he should have gotten. It's a simple story to tell, and it's a really good story to tell, man, and I really like just kind of what they're building up here, man. They are just building up these two just being in each other's head, and I gotta say, I will fucking take something like this over a random ass Obafemi Open Challenge like they did earlier in the year every day in the week.
Exactly, man. I'm very much like this. I think you have a lot of potential here. I think you have a lot of, future potential for Braun after the story of him, I mean, we're probably all assuming Opa's going to win that overall match or feud, whatever they're going to do. And the best way to go about that after that is the abandonment of the vision for Braun. And I think that's going to allow him to leave the vision. And I think that's going to be your way out with him in the vision. And I think you got a good story here with two up and coming big names, man. And then afterwards for Braun, you got a way out with the vision as a way to relock in after Obafemi, man. And I think that's a good way to go about all of this, man. So I'm excited. I like what we've been seeing so far, man. I like the vibe, I like the energy, and I just like the little character work they're doing. It's very nice to see.
For sure, man. After this, we got right before the main event, we got a segment with Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman, And Braun asks Paul, "Do you think Obafemi is the future?" Paul Heyman says, "I think you're starting to think he's the future, and that's the problem here." He says, "I will continue to respect Obafemi until you show me why he's not worthy of my respect." Braun says, "Fair enough." So, I gotta say, I do really enjoy the kind of tough love here. They
Mm-hmm.
are trying to show Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman. I really hope WWE sticks to it. I really hope they actually stick to and commit to telling this kind of story. That, Braun is receiving a lot of tough love from Paul Heyman, because somewhere along the lines, Paul Heyman, can probably see that Braun Breaker should be doing a lot better, just like we see that Braun Breaker should be doing a lot better. And he's holding him to that standard, and I really like just the way this just the way this has gone and is going, with Paul Heyman showing Braun a lot of tough love here.
I love this, in versions of the interactions with Heyman and Braun. I wish we could get it. We could have got something like this the whole time with, him in the Vision. Obviously, when Seth was in the group, and then obviously even when they broke Seth up with the group, he just had weird, like, not give a fuck energy with anybody in the Vision. And this is at least something like this is what I wanted the whole time, of just something where it seems like Paul Heyman's actually intrigued with the people he's working with, and it does feel like we're getting that with this. That's very nice to see. I love the tough love energy that you mentioned. I very much like that, and I hope character wise that they keep them together, and I hope that Paul Heyman is doing this as, in character to, get the best out of Braun Breaker, to keep him, to have a reason to keep him. I really hope so.
100%. 100%. Stephanie Vaquer. Stephanie Vaquer. She comes out here. She says that her and Liv know that championship is hers. She says she's coming back for it. Becky Lynch comes out. She tells Stephanie to stay out of her way. She says she respects Stephanie Vaquer. She says she knows she is a warrior, but she can't tell if her body gives up first, so her mind doesn't have to. Stephanie tells Becky she needs to stay out of her way, or else she will show her what La Primera is all about. We then get Liv Morgan coming out, trying to sneak attack Becky Lynch. She's trying to sneak attack Becky. Becky ends up beating her ass, getting her out of the ring, and then Stephanie came back, and we got another Stephanie and Becky stare down in the middle of the ring while Liv Morgan was hitting the hay. So it was a pretty solid segment. Pretty solid segment again. Kind of similar to what we got last week. There was really nothing too much there, to be honest. At least, like I said, it wasn't bad or anything. It just was exactly kind of what we got last week. So nothing really too different here.
Yeah, nothing too different. Overall, pretty similar to what we got last week. Becky, added some more stuff, but the whole, you're kind of always gone due to injury and
Yeah.
whatnot, and the whole, mind, is giving up for the body or whatever. Even though everything she said could be applied to her husband, so I don't really know who she's talking about. But anyway,
Oh yeah, where is
you,
Seth? Just
I feel
taking
like they're kind of,
taking time
I think
off.
they just
Yeah.
yeah, I think they just gave him a little break after that whole SummerSlam stuff. Might as well. I think he deserved it, man. But I was just thinking during that, like, that all applies to your husband, Becky. So, like, who you really dissing with this one, man? But very nice nonetheless, man. Very good interactions. I love the little kind of half face, but like she's still like cocky and kind of an asshole. Becky
Mhm.
Lynch, I very much like that. She kept her character very consistent, even though it's seemingly overall like a role change, and just a good simple little interaction. And obviously there's the Liv Morgan beatdown, but I like how they, even with that, they more focused on Becky and Stephanie.
I very much like that as well. Um, yeah. So yes, that was the Judgment Day, or Liv Morgan, I guess, and Stephanie and Becky segment. Speaking of another Judgment Day member, Dominic Mysterio. My fucking god. They do not
Like they're
know
punishing.
what to do with this guy, bro. He takes a clean loss to Dragon Lee on a Monday night for no reason. And I get Dragon Lee is in this, like, tournament they got going on.
Mm-hmm.
But man,
That's again, like, it's not even Dragon Lee winning. It's Dom losing clean like that, man.
on a
Especially, I
random
think
Monday
it's
night.
I think a random Monday Night Raw. I think it's his third loss in a row. I think it's very obvious. They know what he's been saying and thinking about his booking, and I genuinely think they're punishing him for it. And that's just fucking crazy to me, man. That someone is frustrated because they think and they know they could do better creatively. And what do you go and do? You seemingly punish them for it. Makes no sense. Very, very bad on WWE side, man. And it's just what he's it's just so frustrating to see, man. It really is.
It's very frustrating to see, man. A guy like Dominic Mysterio taking a random loss on Monday night. Not only did he just lose to Danhausen, and you guys know that I'm not a Danhausen guy by any stretch of the imagination, but you're having him take a clean loss to a guy like Dragon Lee. And like I said, I get Dragon Lee is in this tournament they got going on, but I'm sorry. And I love Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee is largely a loser on WWE
Mhm.
programming. He constantly is taking losses, bro. I mean, there's no debating that. All you got to do is run back the tape, and he's beating a guy like Dom, who is not only the AAA Mega Champion, he is one of, like I say all the time, WWE's bright young guys, and he unfortunately falls into that category like a lot of their other young bright guys that are in the category of being a young bright guy that WWE has no fucking clue what to do with. And it is sickening to see Dominic Mysterio losing to Dragon Lee on Monday Night Raw clean.
It's sickening, dude, and it's very obvious. It's some form of punishment, man, and that's just so frustrating.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can't be upset about your I guess you can't be upset about your booking these days. It's not like when, it's not like when Triple H received his punishment for the Click doing the curtain call. He's all over documentaries complaining about it. Oh, I'm the one
Yep,
that had to take the fall because Hall and Nash were gone, and Michaels was already a big star, so I was the only one who could take the punishment for it. But it's a problem when somebody else does, I guess. So
exactly, exactly.
and then afterwards, this makes the loss even worse. Big Cass comes and mops the floor with the guy who just beat Dom. Nice. Big Cass comes out and gives Dragon Lee the big bad biggity bear hug
I hate that move. It looks so horrible, man. I'm sorry. He
into
likes.
the East
Mm-hmm.
River Crossing.
Oh,
Afterwards, Javon Evans came out to attack Big Cass. Big Cass ended up attacking him. And Michael Cole put it about as best as he could. He says, in an attempt to try to make him sound intimidating, I think he just summed up how boring this run is going to be if we do not include Enzo Amore. He says, Big Cass is just stacking bodies. And there was silence for like a hot couple seconds because he didn't know what to say. And then he just goes, taking names.
taking names.
Nobody knows what he's back for. Nobody knows what he's
No,
back for. He's just back. Just take,
he's just back,
like
bro.
they say here, stacking bodies and taking names. How much more boring can you fucking get? We already have
Yep.
Rusev, bro. We already have one fake demon.
I told you, bro. And I was gonna ask you, bro. You think we have another fake demon on our hands on Raw?
Do
I think
we?
we might. I think we're gonna have another fake demon on our hands
Oh
on Monday
man.
Night Raw, man. I think he's gonna be booked like absolute butt, and anytime he's in an interview, he's gonna say how much he loves and his current role and in the business and whatnot. I feel like he's gonna be a fake ass demon like Rusev, man. He's back to beat people up. That's all he's doing so far. He beat up the guy that beat Dominic Mysterio clean in the ring, and he's gonna do nothing with that with any of these beat ups, man. They're gonna put him in a match. He's gonna run around, punch him, give him a big boot. At least Rusev can go in the ring at the end of the day. We call him a fake
Yeah.
demon, but the quality is there with Rusev. I don't even dislike Big Cass, but Big Cass has for a tall guy, he has a very low ceiling. His ceiling, I think, is lower than his height when he's so low. And I think we're going to see that. And I think we're going to be right. And without Enzo, he's not going to do anything.
Yes, we've already seen this before, bro. We've seen this in AEW where they've even tried to put him with other people and it doesn't really work. They put him with
No.
Ricky Starks and it didn't hit. They put him with Chris Jericho and it didn't hit. Enzo is his wrestling soulmate, bro. I'm sorry. And I don't mean to sit here and sound like he's nothing without Enzo, but in the most polite way, like those guys are just wrestling soulmates, man. They are made to be a tag team, dog. And yeah, I don't want to see this guy turn out like a fake demon, like Rusev did, because I just have to mention this for reasons, but Rusev, he didn't want to lose a Hangman. He didn't want to lose a Hangman, and he refused. He fought tooth and nail. He did not want to lose to Adam Page. And he's a fake ass demon, man. He wanted better for his career. He comes over to WWE because the grass is greener over here. And then he realizes the hard way that the grass is greener where you water it. The grass is greener where you lay fertilizer. The grass is not greener where you go and be a fake demon, bro. I'm just saying. But
and now he got Big Cass taking a spot. He basically just took his spot on the Raw scene, essentially.
Pretty much.
Haven't
Pretty
seen
much.
him since.
But he's happy. He's happier than ever.
Loves
being in
He's the
WWE.
happiest he's been. Exactly.
See how long that fucking lasts, buddy. So Big Cass. Yes, dude. Michael Cole calling this, bro. The pause said everything. I'm like, this guy doesn't even know what to say. There's nothing you can say. Well, I'm sorry. It's a Big Cass, dude. No, this guy is not interesting without Enzo Amore. Like, the whole point of Big Cass was Enzo Amore is not that good in the ring. He's not. Big Cass is the guy that's there to pretty much kind of pick up the slack. He's there to make Enzo look good in the ring. He's there to put in the work in the ring. He's there to be Enzo's hot tag. I'm sorry. I just don't think he's gonna work as just a regular baby face, especially, or a regular heel, or a regular mid-carder on the main roster. I just don't think he's that interesting, especially this gimmick, stacking bodies, taking names.
Stacking bodies, bro. He's gonna stack them bodies, and he's gonna not do anything ever. And
who's he, flex? Stacking bodies, taking names, taking souls? What is he doing?
He's taking people, I guess, man. That's all he is. He's a tall guy that beats people up. That's literally all he's got, man. That's all he's got. Should have stayed Big Bill.
Michael Cole, man, making me chuckle here, bro. Stacking bodies. Taking names.
Hey.
Like, dude.
I had no clue what to say, man. And then obviously Corey's next to him. Corey's either not saying anything or he's just shitting on a guy. Bro's a heel commentator and he's shitting on the heel. I found that fucking hilarious. And I get why, but like, brother, what the fuck is he? Why did you bring him to Raw? At the end of the day, if
Yes.
this is, you couldn't have gave Corbin to Raw and then maybe fucking this dude to SmackDown. I think that probably would have been a little better, man.
I don't know what they need to do, but they need to bring Enzo back immediately. Immediately.
Immediately, like yesterday.
Fuck, man. And see, all these segments on Unscripted that we talk about, these would be happy segments right now. If we were talking
These
about
would be
Enzo and
very happy
Cass.
segments.
I would be
We would-
sitting here saying, you know what? Things haven't really got picked up yet, but it's their second week back. I'm excited to see what they do, man. I'm excited to have my guys back. But no, I'm sitting here talking about this guy potentially taking Rusev's fake demon place. What are we doing?
I think he's gonna take his fake Rusev chain, his fake demon chain, and he's gonna steal it, bro. But we would be happy talking about a tag team that we love. Now we didn't even talk about tag teams. The tag team champions aren't even talking about tag teams. And tag teams don't exist in WWE at this point, bro.
Well, Austin Theories, he's already got everything he deserves, man. He doesn't need anything else.
Corny fuck, dude. Fucking Flash Thompson, bro.
Brother. So we have, what do we got here? Sol Ruka in the back. She has a mystery tag partner to go up against the Judgment Day. And in the back, before this, Danhausen, he goes up to Sol Rukahausen and tells her he's in the match for a big, little discount. And he does his stupid little fucking smile. And he's sitting there, and Sol Ruka says, "Oh, sorry, I already have somebody." And he's sitting there being Danhausen. Why is he involved in this? Like, why?
Like, dude, what? Why are you just around? You know what I mean? Like, I can't with Danhausen, bro. That's just one of those acts that just boils my blood, dude. I just can't stand him.
He's genuinely so shit, bro. He genuinely
Mm-hmm.
is. Sol Ruka and her mystery partner take on the Judgment Day. Let me ask, why did they
Why was
build
this a
this
mystery?
as a mystery partner? Like,
Mm.
you're acting as if like Io Sky's been out for 6 months and we haven't seen her, and this is like some big surprise. Like, dude, she was helping Sol against the Judgment Day like for weeks now.
Like that. I don't know why this was a mystery. I don't know why EO's still in the Judgment Day vortex. I don't know why Sol Ruka is damned with WWE creative. I don't know why we do any of this.
Makes no sense to me, dude. Like, what was the point? What was the point of making this a mystery tag partner, and all it ends up being is Io? Like, would it have been so hard just to say Sol and Io are gonna go up against the Judgment Day here tonight? Like, what?
Two people that have been going against the Judgment Day for like a fucking year now.
Yeah, legit. That would be like announcing, next week the Vision is going to be against Akira Tozawa and a mystery partner, and then the mystery partner ends up being Otis. Like,
Yeah.
who?
Or like,
What?
or like the Usos versus Solo and a mystery partner, and it's just fucking LA Knight because
Yeah.
he's the fucking person that's stuck with. Like, dude, why was this a mystery partner, bruh? Like, what was the point of that?
Like, I'm waiting to see who comes out, and I just hear Io's music, and I just throw my arms up in the air. I'm like, what?
Yo, I'm thinking it's about to be a call up or something, and nope, just EO.
Legit, bro. After this, we get a Sol Ruka and Io segment where they're talking about their chemistry as tag team partners. And then Lyra comes up and starts trash talking Sol Ruka about a bunch of bullshit. To be quite honest with you,
Bunch of random shit.
it was a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, it was a big nothing burger of just like a generic. Like, she didn't even bring up that like she wanted to face her for the IC title, but she lost it. And like she just said, you're in my way for the IC title, bro.
How?
You were gonna face her for the IC title, and she lost it. Why didn't bring that up?
Yeah, literally. And then she's like blaming her losses on Bailey. Like, I'm sorry, bro. What the fuck is this new Lyra character, dog? Like, what is like this makes no sense. She has like makeup according to the fact that she like hasn't slept in 2 months. She just like complains about wanting the IC title and she never get like what is going on here?
Like, for me, it's not even a character. Like, I guess she's trying for that like post cruiserweight championship Pac type of shit. And in idea, I fuck with it. Like, you're a mess because you don't have the title. But like, why are you still going for the IC title? Go for it. Why can't she just go for the world title, bro? I don't understand. I don't get this, man. I don't get it. And she fucking destroyed Bailey, and ever since then, this is the first time we've seen her since she destroyed Bailey, at least on official television.
Yeah.
Was this backstage segment? Other than that, she's in commercial break segments. What are we doing, man? What are we doing?
Literally all the potential in the world with this girl, bro. And this is what we do. This is what we're doing. We are having her again pull up on it's even if she makes it on TV half the time, pull up in these random ass segments, talk about a whole lot of nothing. She's still blaming Bailey. Bro, you took out Bailey. What are you waiting for? What are you
Yeah,
doing?
just go attack Raquel. Like, you're a heel, and now you have to do heel versus heel if you want to do that shit. Like, what do you get? Triple H, bro. Are you okay? Are you seriously okay, bro?
This motherfucker makes no sense, bro. None.
Like, why did Raquel win that thing? Like, what purpose does that serve?
What's the goal there? What is the goal?
What's the goal? Because I feel like the goal is Roxanne more than like I feel like the goal is her winning the Money in the Bank briefcase, but like I don't know, you don't need Raquel to be IC champion to do that. I
No.
don't get it. It would actually make more sense if Raquel wasn't IC champion. She was also going for the Money in the Bank briefcase, and Roxanne wins it instead. To see Liv's reaction to that, that's a story right there. But let's just give her the IC title for literally no reason other than for AAA. She looks like my wife, literally.
Beats me, bro. Completely beats me. So I don't know what they got going on, but this whole scene is just completely out of wax, bro. Chad Gable's in the back. He says what's up to Penta, says what's up to Rey. He then tells Rey Mysterio he wants to give the greatest luchador of all time a shot at the IC title. I'm assuming this is going to be in Mexico City when they go to Monday Night Raw there, obviously. And Rey says, Chad, I got a lot left in the tank. Thank you.
Only creative don't know that.
I was going to say creative's fucking pushing this guy out the door, but I know Ray's got a lot left in the tank. Yeah, creative's pushing him out the door, man. They made him the general manager of AAA for a reason, man. They don't like having Rey Mysterio around anymore, but they like the rest of their main event scene to be fucking 45 and plus. So, that's fine. But having Rey Mysterio around in the mid card's too much.
Literally, it makes no sense. We got a bunch of old heads running the whole scene, bruh, except Rey Mysterio, where he has to fucking retire, and he didn't want to retire, and we're kind of annoyed at it, so we make him an on-screen GM so we have an excuse for him not to wrestle that much. What? Why? He's not like an old bum. He's moving.
Yeah.
He's moving better than half of your fucking favorites, Paul. So makes no sense, bro. Makes no sense. But the match sounds really good, and that Raw, Mexico Raw sounds really good. The more they build it up with these matches.
Very. I'm glad they're treating an episode of Monday Night Raw with that level of prestige, man.
Thank
No,
God.
no Joe Henry for the past couple week in a row, man. Been very, very happy with that.
Thank God. Get that bum out of here, bruh.
Yeah, I was gonna say the quicker we can serve him release papers, the better. Um,
Exactly. I'll be a
so
happy man.
in the main event, we have Jey Uso versus Solo Sikoa. Jimmy hopped up on the apron. Solo gave him a Samoan spike. Jay gave him a super kick. Did he give him a splash and a super kick, or was it just a super kick? Can't remember. I think it was just a super kick, was it? Or was
I
it a
think it was
splash?
to win the match.
Yeah.
You talking about I think it was a super kick, spear, and splash.
Okay. Okay. Yes.
I
Well.
know the splash was in there.
Okay. Well. Yes. Jimmy helped the distraction with Solo giving him the spike, and Jey Uso picks up the victory. Solo Sikoa is headed back to the bloodline. So, to look at this on the positive side, I guess you can say I do not think they are going to have Solo go heel. I feel like Solo is going to stay a babyface, and I feel like Solo is going to be a babyface in this heel group. I can confidently say I don't think Solo is going to be like Jacob where he falls in line. I feel like Solo is going to be, you know, the babyface in the group that doesn't really take any of this serious. And I feel like that's going to, more over time, piss everybody else in the group off. Either way, what are we doing? All right, so we've just gotten the bloodline back together. Like honestly, can somebody fucking tell me what the end game is here? Like, if you guys have any theories or whatever, I really would love to hear them, because I'm lost. Because Roman is putting together this group that is being assembled where his family's being forced to join him, which he's expecting them to fall in. He's expecting them to fall in line. That is completely contradictory to what we hear with Roman Reigns. Whenever he wrestles matches, they say, this is a new Roman Reigns. He wants to win and do things by himself. He's changed. But he's ruling with an iron fist over his family. What is changed there? I'm completely fucking missing what has happened from the end of Mania, or from the night after Mania, when they started the Jacob Fatu shit, up until now. It completely changed. It is completely changed. I don't understand where we've went with the story. Now it just seems like we want to get a bloodline super group together, and then at that, is Solo, is Solo, if Solo joins this group just to ultimately not take this group serious at all, which he shouldn't, just for him to mainly be the reason this group breaks up again, does that not make Roman Reigns look dumb as fuck for letting him back in the group in the first place?
No, I'm completely with you, because if he doesn't want to be in it, character-wise, why are you going to force a guy that doesn't like you, that's probably just going to purposely or accidentally get in your way constantly in the group? It's going to make him look like a moron, like you said. And it genuinely, I say it every week, but it really does feel like there's two completely separate Roman Reigns characters. There's one where when it comes to the actual title matches and the actual title scene, he does seem like a little progressed character, a little different, way more intriguing. But then when the other segments of the night that involve the rest of his family, that he's half the time not even in, and they're not even in his, he's presented as some monster dickhead that's getting his fucking super group back together and forming a super group. What is the purpose to this? Maybe if they did a thing where again, you can't even say maybe they did a thing, because no matter how you spin it, The Usos themselves make no sense being with Roman at this point. They make zero sense. All the progress after and during the Bloodline story makes absolutely zero sense for the Usos to be involved and with and riders for fucking Roman Reigns. Jacob, again, we always say it. If it's just Jacob, you could have him do a thing where he's like showing Jacob how to do it. You know, maybe he doesn't want him involved in his matches, but he wants him to watch his matches and watch how he is as a world champion to teach him and shit and do all that. And, you know, he can still be his like low key toxic Roman self and stuff, but like they're not doing that. He's literally like classic dickhead bloodline Roman for no reason, and it doesn't correlate to anything he's actually doing. And now his character wants to add someone who doesn't want to be around him in the group. Why? Like he's talking about, oh yeah, you should have ran the play, you should have got him in here, he should be getting my coffee. Why is he gonna get your coffee? He doesn't like you. Why do you want him around you? It makes no fucking sense, man. It makes no sense. And like you said, I don't think they're gonna make this old solo monster or dickhead character again. I think they are gonna go the route where he's the version of him he is now, but like forced to be in this group. But you might as well just make him a constant enemy at the group at that point. It's more dynamic at that point. I don't understand. And you mentioned end games. Genuinely, if The Rock doesn't show up for Mania, you have no end game with the Bloodline story because the only Bloodline stories I could think of as the point for the end game somehow involve The Rock, and if he doesn't show up, none of this is all of this is meaningless. And even if he does show up, I feel like he's not going to give a fuck enough to involve it with the Bloodline story. He's just going to make it about him and Roman. So
Yeah.
no matter what, I genuinely think there's no end game here, and they're just doing it for the Bloodline T-shirts and the group and the aura and the old times. I think that's the whole reason they're doing this. I don't think they have an end game in the slightest.
Like Triple H, bro. What are you like? What are you thinking, bro? Like honestly, man. What are you thinking, dude? Like what is I like what are you possibly going for here? Again, that doesn't involve Roman Reigns looking like a complete doofus at the end of this by letting a bunch of people into the fucking family that don't want to fucking be there. And then and then what? This all falls apart, and Roman's like, "Oh, I lost everything." Yeah, because you
Sure
let a
did.
bunch of people in that fucking didn't want to be in. What did you think
Like,
was gonna happen?
and they already ran that story. He literally, the whole point at the end of the Bloodline story was he lost everything, but they
Yes.
didn't do any character progression, and now they're just repeating the same thing just for the end game. The only end game you could have is the same thing you had before when the Bloodline originally like ended. Is he lost everything because of it's his fault, and then after that they're probably not going to do anything, and he's probably just going to retire. What is the purpose of any of this, bro? It's meaningless. All this
Eh,
shit is meaningless completely.
yeah, it really is, man. And like you mentioned, like if Rock doesn't come back, like how do these guys get free of the bloodline? What is the end game here? I don't understand it. None of this makes any sense. And how do you even do an end game here without Roman Reigns looking stupid?
He's gonna look so like at the end of the day, he looked stupid at the end of the original Bloodline story because it was his fault. He fucking pushed his family to the limits. They got sick of him. They abandoned him, and he lost. Bam, a simple story right here. Now you have all that still happen, but now he reassembled all the people that still hate him just for it all to come crashing down again. It makes no sense.
It's again now if you would have did this the right way and bring Roman back after Mania 40 and have him show remorse towards his family and have him show his
Hmm.
family that he's sorry for everything he did to the point where they trust him again, then now you would have had maybe more of a better point for these guys to get back with Roman because maybe they feel he's genuinely sorry. all of them look dumb, and by the end of this, he's gonna look fucking dumb right with them.
Literally, everybody looks stupid. Literally, nobody benefits from this. Everybody, every character looks dumb in this story.
Yes. I don't get it.
It makes no
I don't get it. Jacob Fatu is a guy who should be reluctant to do the things he does. He's not. He just completely fell in line, which again, him falling in line, I get that, but like you can't have him maybe hold his punches a little bit just because you at the end of the day he's being forced to do this. Like none of it. The Usos, especially. I mean,
yeah.
those guys look like the biggest dunces in this whole fucking thing. This guy treated you like shit for years. You just come right back and you're just shooters again for him after you
You're
fucking hated
proud.
him.
Proud shooters.
Like it makes no sense. And this is what I don't want to see them do with Solo. I don't want Solo to just go back in the group and just go right back to being, the Samoan bulldozer that he fucking was beforehand. Because again, there's got to be somebody in this fucking group that has had a little bit of character progression, and Solo, up until this point, has had the best character progression because he's been the one guy who's never wanted to go back with Roman because he doesn't fucking like Roman for what Roman fucking did to them all them years ago with the new bloodline and the OG bloodline. He's been the only one.
He's the only one whose character remembers what fucking happened. I don't fucking know, dude. It makes no sense, and I genuinely don't think Triple H has an end game here. I don't think anybody in that writing room has an end game for this stuff. I think they're just doing it for the shirts and the aura and the feel of Bloodline is back. Oh my god, Bloodline! It fucking brought us to the promised lands, and it's gonna do it again. Genuinely, it's horrible, man.
And the Rock, what is he gonna come back as a heel and make what even is the bloodline? Are they fucking heels? Are they baby faces? Like what is going on?
It's the most. This is genuinely one of the most inconsistent, just character groups, storylines they've ever done. Man, nobody makes sense in what they're doing.
And this is why you don't run stuff like this back. This is exactly why, because in wrestling, you cannot name me another time where somebody has had a prime. A couple years later, the prime has been attempted to be redone and been 10 times better than the first one. Name me a time that it's happened. You probably can't, or if you can, you probably won't make it off of one hand.
No, exactly.
At least everything I've seen, every time something tries to be replicated, they can never do it the same. It never hits the same as it once did before. Never. Never, ever, ever. You can look at all the Summer of Punks that people tried to replicate. They never hit the same as 2011. You can look at all the rebrandings of NXT when everybody was like, "Oh, NXT, this is gonna be like black and gold again." NXT's fucking back. Never hit the same. You can look at look at the bloodline. They have ran this back. This is never going to be as good as when it was in 2022. Never.
You
run the tape.
The Shield lore.
Look at the Shield.
Look at the Shield.
Shield chair
they
lore.
Fucking tried Shield chair lore, bro. They reunited the group the first time. You know what? You felt a little something because at least that reunion involved the character progression of the characters, and then they did it again like a year and a half later, and it made no sense. And ever since then, they used that group as a crutch anytime Seth and Roman were near each other, and it meant nothing later down the line. Look at every faction ever. Look at the NWO, all the 13 times they got together. DX, all the fucking 18 times they got together. Look at every group and major storyline ever. When you attempt it the same way you did the first time, it's never going to hit like the first time because it's not the first time. Change has happened, and they never like factor in the change, and it kills it every time.
It makes absolutely no sense. And what they have done with the bloodline, again, for me, I really started off very optimistic with this whole thing. And I really would have liked to have seen something with Roman and Jacob blossom. Now we don't even see that dynamic anymore. Roman's just hanging out by himself, and the
Yeah.
Usos are hanging out with Jacob 90% of the time. We don't even get the dynamic of Roman standing next to Jacob anymore. Everything I loved and everything that I viewed optimistic about this second take on doing a bloodline type storyline, you have thrown it out the window and completely fucked everything up.
You completely
Nice.
fucked everything up, man.
So yeah, Solo is not Solo
So,
anymore. He is
well,
he is back where he fucking started, in the bloodline.
literally back where he started fucking 3.5 years ago. Just reset all that progress. Good old Triple H.
Good God. We're going back to what is this? Clash at the Castle 2022? Is this? Nice.
4 years ago.
Nice. Nice
4
job.
fucking years
Nice
ago. We're
fucking
going
job.
back to it. Great.
Thanks, Paul. Yeah. That is everything, guys. That is everything here today. For this episode of Unscripted. This has been amazing. This has been amazing, and this has been episode 312. Man, thank you guys so very much for joining us for another edition of Unscripted. We appreciate you guys going over Raw, going over SmackDown, going over Dynamite Grand Slam as Andrade has lost his mask in this building, and it seems he's lost his pants. Thank you guys, as always, for joining us to talk about the week of wrestling. Thank you guys, as always. Logan, Mr. Walking Down and Cut They Shiz Off. Flex. Thank you guys, everybody in live chat. Everybody who popped out, who is going to pop out as a part of the Replay Mafia. Thank you guys, as always. Friday. Friday's a big day for NHP. Friday's a big day for NHP. Be there Friday, man. We got to discuss. And if you can't make it on Friday, then please watch the Friday video whenever you have a chance, just to kind of catch yourself up on what's going to be going on around these parts. But hey, man, from the bottom of my heart, this has been nothing but a pleasure for my Johnny.
And I, Sir K.
And that is going to do it. Thank you guys. As always, please like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you all on Friday to figure out what's next for NHP.
Peace.